Hello, and welcome to Final Show Films. I'm John, the executive producer here, and I've got a few pre-show notes for you. First, a reminder. All of the content we produce is available on our website at finalshowfilms.com, as well as youtube.com/senstaku, senstaku.podbean.com, twitch.tv/senstaku, and on iTunes. We are only able to do the things we do thanks to the kind support of our Patreon donors. We give a special shout out to our $25 tier supporters, Antitonic and Cat Waterflame. If you'd like to support us that way, be sure to check it out. Secondly, a thank you to the folks over at 411mania.com. They produce articles and content related to wrestling, MMA, movies, music, and gaming. Go check them out. We appreciate their support as well. And lastly, be sure to subscribe, comment, and rate, if possible, wherever you listen to or watch our content. It helps us know what you like, what you don't like, and helps us make more content. Feedback is always appreciated. With all that being said, sit back, relax, and enjoy. Hello.
Well, that's
again.
So then only we can hear you.
Yeah.
So it was listening to the sound booth again. So those of you watching, you now know what it sounds like when I'm talking from 10 feet that way. Let me turn my gain down so I'm not spiking it anymore. Okay. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Gran Terra Rebirth. I'm John. I'm the game master for the evening here at Final Show Films. And with me today is William.
Hi, I'm William. I'm playing Baldrin Ironhand, Dwarven Cleric of the Forge.
And Cody.
Cody, I'm playing Corbin, Human Battle Master.
And Mara.
Hi, I'm Mara. I'm playing Hope Azamar, Revenant Rogue Barbarian.
And Aaron.
Hi, I'm Aaron, and I am playing Nyx, the human druid.
And Jeremy.
Hi, I am Jeremy. I am playing Selena, Fire Genasi, Wild Mage Sorcerer.
And Sarah.
Hi, I'm Sarah, and I play Five, and she is a mystery to everyone, including herself. Also fire.
And when last we left our adventurers, they had discovered that the lightning spear that the group of them had found in the dragon's hoard underneath Underhold was apparently you discovered both the dragon and the horde as a group.
Due to my in-depth investigation.
They discovered that the spear belongs to a class of artifact known as anima weapons, creations of the elemental chaos, also known as the plane shaper. One of the gods, one of the more enigmatic gods that just apparently on a whim created these things. No one really knows why. No one really knows much about the intentions of the elemental chaos. Its name being the elemental chaos should be your clue. But after discovering this massively powerful weapon that had not yet been unlocked to its full potential, they immediately removed it from Corbin's grasp and handed it over to Boldrin. And set about deciding what to do next as Boldrin finished the weapon siege breaker that he had been working on for the past several weeks. They decided, with some consternation, to have the Archmage Elisaria of the Adventurers Guild translate the book, the journal that they had recovered from the Shards of Eidos mining operation, to see what information they could gain from it. And then they immediately, upon deciding to stay together so that nobody could come in and kidnap anybody and kill Nyx or Five, they immediately split up and went different directions. They eventually got back together at the inn. Hope gave several people the rundown as to what's going to happen, and everyone turned in for the night. And as we open back up, unless there was anything anybody wanted to do before going to bed, we will open back up the next morning.
Good.
So, the morning rises. Not that any of you can tell because you're in an underground city of dwarves.
Right.
And you all awake.
Okay. Well, immediately go and check
Yep.
on
That
Nyx's door. Knock, knock, knock.
Yeah, it'll open.
Okay, you're alive.
Sarah, something is rubbing the mic on your laptop, I think. Or something.
There we go. Ha. You're alive. Okay, good. I go and find Selena's door because I know 5 was staying with her before. Knock, knock, knock.
I don't think Selena's or 5 is there now.
5 is in with Boldrin.
Yeah.
Oh.
She's on the
So
floor.
door opens like about this much.
Five in
Groggy
there?
face. What?
5 there?
No. Oh God.
Did you lose 5?
Oh God. No, she wasn't here. Why? Where is she supposed to? No.
Where was she?
She's always stayed with you.
No? She stayed with you.
No. God damn it. Okay, let's go check out. Let's go check the rooms.
Okay.
Give me a second. I have to get dressed.
I feel like Boldrin's in his room just like making breakfast for himself and 5.
Yeah, Corbin's already downstairs in the foyer in the lounge eating.
Alright, I go knock on, oh god, alright, Boldrin's door.
Not locked.
Are you in there? Is 5 in there?
Yes.
Is she okay?
Yes, I'm about to give her breakfast.
I opened the door to check.
I'm standing there making like some probably meat and bread based breakfast.
Okay.
In only his socks.
No, in my clerical garments.
Alright, good. I close the door and leave.
Haven't put armor on yet.
Gather my stuff.
I eventually come out. You find?
Yes, she's with Boldrin. Fine.
Don't do that.
I thought you had her.
Do I look
Why
like the
camping is
parenting type?
better? Nick says as he walks by going to get food.
Yeah, in
What?
camping you have a weird dream in the middle of the night, so
Who says I don't have dreams anyways?
you had
I've
a
had it
dream?
here.
You had a dream last night?
No,
Okay. So this is
not that kind, I don't think. Unless raining frogs. I don't think the prophetic psychically linked dreams were about raining
you
frogs.
think I know
I was
prophetic
about to get. I was
dreams?
about to start to get curious about your dreams until you said raining frogs. Now I just don't care.
I mean, obviously there's death and abyss and murder, but that always happens.
Yeah, obvious.
Regularly? I'm concerned. Right. I'm downstairs eating.
All right. You all
Maybe
eventually
shortly.
convene eating breakfast in various locations in the common area of the inn that you have been staying in. And you finish up your breakfast, and the day is before you.
All right. So first order of business: go to Archmage Elisaria and get this sorted. Selena, do you still have the book?
Did I have the book?
You gave it to whoever picked it up.
I had the book.
5 had
All
the
right.
book. She licked it and then is done.
Yes, I remember the licking. Sentences. Fun. Okay, So we have to go and get that translated. And then convene back here because Selena doesn't want to come with. So convene back here and discuss what we found out and then make our next moves from there.
Yeah, because I'm sane.
Yeah, I'll stay back with Selena.
Okay.
All right. So, Boldrin, Hope, Corbin, and Five all leave out, heading to the Adventurers Guild location that you previously had interactions in concerning an ox
Yep.
that has since been teleported back to Core, presumably with a note. We're not sure.
Yeah.
And
Hopefully that
Did
reaches.
anyone put a note on the ox?
nope.
There wasn't time. I was kind of dazed.
But you presume that Elisaria has a method by which to send messages at long distances. Considering she can teleport an ox without a teleportation circle. And as you walk in, the person behind the counter, a different person from the one that you guys harassed yesterday, looks up, sees a disparate group of adventurers coming in, goes, one moment, the Archmage said that you would be coming. And
Yes.
they go back to a door, open it up, step through. After a couple minutes, they come back out, open the door. If you would please come this way.
Follow.
All right.
The four of you go in through that door. They lead you just down a corridor, take a left, another corridor, and then to a door where they very quietly knock, and the door just opens up. And they just sort of usher you all in and close the door behind you. Inside, you find a fairly Spartan office. There's a large oaken desk with Elisaria Arne, the Archmage of the guild, sitting behind her desk working on some paperwork. There's a bookshelf that has a variety of arcane tomes lining it. On one side, on the other side, there's a large a large mirror. That's just sort of like a full body mirror hanging off the wall. There are various small crystals and seemingly potentially arcane artifacts lining the bookshelf and on her desk, but it's not like a wizard's alchemy shop that you might expect an archmage to have. It's just more like little knickknacks than anything else. And as you all come in, she looks up. Yes, you're here for the book. You have it with you?
Yes,
Yeah.
I do. And he sort of pulls it from the satchel.
She'll take it. All right, have a seat. This will take a few minutes. And she opens the book and sort of holds her hand up, and this arcane energy sort of flows from her hand to the book and then back to her head, sort of connecting the two things, the book and her magically. And she sort of sets it down, pulls out a second journal off to one side, and begins writing. As she's just sort of scanning through the journal. She's not even looking at what she's writing, she's just sort of scanning and translating. And her face gets sort of confused slightly as she does so, but she continues. And about 10-15 minutes later, she stops, closes the book. Well,
I would have been watching the entire time because I'm suspicious.
Yeah.
To make sure that she wasn't like omitting anything, like she wasn't. It didn't seem to pause or stop,
an insight
or
check.
like something got inserted.
Yeah, give me an insight check.
Okay. 6.
Didn't seem like there was any sort of pause in her writing. It's translated, but I don't know if that's going to help you, she says, and she sort of turns turns to a page in particular and turns it around, and turns the written down notebook around to you. And you will all see, the four of you that are there will see a handout in your journal.
Ooh. Oh, it's a code.
Yes, I've translated the letters from Infernal to Common, but it doesn't actually make any sense in Common.
No.
It's some form of encryption that I that I obviously can't understand just by translating the words.
Their capitalization is strange.
Yes,
Some of the letters are larger with no apparent pattern, barring some line breaks, but there's one right in the middle of the first paragraph, and...
well, there's a period there.
Yeah,
yes, but there are
it's
periods
just
before other
capitals.
letters that are also not enlarged.
It's true.
Proper names.
It's hard to tell without a cipher or without potentially somebody who has a more thorough understanding of the original language could break the code, but translating a ciphered language into Common and then breaking the cipher itself would require more time. But as you requested, this is the translated, and then she slides the journal towards you, and you flip through pages, and it's just more and more of this nonsense that you're looking at.
This bears more investigation then.
I could work with some others of my allies to try to decipher it for you, but I have the suspicion that you would rather keep a hold of the book yourself. So,
Generally.
Yes.
well, such is the way. But it has translated. If you need anything else, I'm still available to teleport you all to Core if that's your desire still.
That may be, but first we'll have to talk with those of us who are still back at the tavern.
Yes.
Very well. I will be here.
Thank you for your assistance. We'll be back soon, probably.
Yeah,
She
thank
just
you again.
nods her head.
All right. I would like to hold on to the book and look and the translated version that we have now.
Yeah, I'll hold on to the untranslated still.
So yeah, you both have one of these books, and you head back.
Mm-hmm.
So after about 45 minutes, almost an hour, Selena and Nyx, the rest of the party comes back,
Okay.
looking no less confused than they did when they left.
How'd it go?
So I'm looking through this thing and trying to figure out what letters might translate to something else because codes are fun. And there are a lot of J's in here.
There are.
Can I start to try and break the code?
Sure. Give me a intelligence. Gonna make it just a straight.
Usually it's investigation.
Yeah, we'll say it's give us an investigation roll.
Yes.
And are you sharing? Are you showing this journal to anybody else? To the rest of the party? At all while you're looking at it?
No, not yet.
So, like, are you just reading it at a table?
I was
reading it while
looking
walking,
through it as we were
yeah.
walking back.
Yeah, reading it while walking.
Is kind of what I was thinking.
So, 5 saw it in the place. Can she do that in her head?
Yeah.
19.
Yeah, give me an investigation check with disadvantage.
Alright.
There are a couple of different letters that you notice repeat.
no.
There are a couple of different letters you notice that repeat a lot.
Yep.
There are lots of
J and X.
J, X, and O's are repeated a lot. You go to you initially start looking at some of the 2-letter ones because if you can figure out what those are.
Yep.
But the problem is without any sort of clue as to what the original letters may have meant. That's part of the issue with translating so directly is that you lose that context of that initial language. You don't really have anything to go off of. You start going through your head of 2-letter words over and over and over again, but not like it could be as, it could be of, it could be it could be this, that, you don't have anything to base your initial assumption off of and then go through everything else. You probably would need more information to either from another source that uses the same cipher that is partially translated, or from somebody who knows more about the Infernal language.
Okay.
5. Yeah, you have bits and pieces of it in your head. The thing that stands out most to you is probably the last line. Just there's a lot of X's. And you're trying to figure out... You're just trying to think of words that you know that have the same letter multiple times in the single word. And you're not... That's where you're sort of stuck at right now. So, they walk in.
So-
Hope is sort of looking through this book.
Yeah.
So again, how'd it go?
Not great. We have...
Do we have to run?
No. She was able to... I pull myself away from the book. She was able to I show you. She was able to translate it, but it's coded.
And now you will all have it in your handout. It is the handout Undeciphered Dream.
I see it. All right. I am going to try, and this may not work.
Mm-hmm.
But I see a particular 3-letter phrase repeated regularly, and that's JCX. I'm going to try to translate with that being THC.
Okay.
And then try and decode from there.
Feel free.
Somewhat relevant question, just because I was not.
Could you give me a text version of that?
Yes, I can give you a text version of that. Yes. Sorry, Aaron, what are you trying to say?
It's fine. I just was asking if this particular cipher thing was the implication that this is the translation of the code into Common English, where the response will be in Common English, or this is an approximation of how it would appear translated from what the code is, but would need to be actually translated in Infernal.
The implication is that she used comprehend languages to just literally one-to-one translate the letters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we're working off some weird stuff.
So that doesn't answer my question, but it does mean that my second question is relevant.
Okay.
Knowing Abyssal, which uses some of the same building blocks and some of the same base words, might I be able to look at this translation and look at the original and try and figure out some, like, either sentence structure or basic words that it's possible to say languages share, like no is a word many languages in the IRLs use similarly?
Can you rephrase
You can
the
say
question?
no, that's not an option.
Can you rephrase the question, because I'm not sure I understood what you were asking.
Okay, so if I spoke Spanish and I was trying to translate a cipher that's in Italian, I would still perhaps have some grasp
You would
of
have an edge.
common...
Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would have a little bit of an edge from some of the words are the same or similar, and some of things are... some of the sentence structures mirror each other. Does that apply in this case? If so, what kind of additional insight would that give me?
Potentially, give me an investigation check. And Jeremy, while I'm typing this out, give me an investigation check from you as well.
Okay. Because I've already started doing a little bit of it in my head, and there's some stuff that is maybe lining up. There's stuff that is maybe lining up.
Never mind.
What, I'm typing things out, so let me know what the roll is.
All right, I am
7.
giving myself
I'm
advantage on
self-taught.
Yeah, you imagine
I
that
could probably learn this over time, eventually.
Yeah, you imagine that you may be able to translate it, but it would be easier for you to try to translate it from the original than from the decipher, and that's just operating on 3 different levels.
Holding the 2 next to each other give me an additional insight, given my understanding of the language.
Yeah, it's you're basically trying to operate on 3 different levels right now, and your brain goes when you try.
Yep. Legit.
I believe the goal was to use the cognates to try and piece something together, but yeah.
Fine.
15 for Selena.
The answer is Nyx is not actually very, book smart.
So, Selena, as you're sort of working on this and you operate on the assumption that repeated 3-letter phrase is thee, which is not a bad way to operate, you do start getting bits and pieces of words.
Yeah. I'm doing this in my head, and I'm a little foggy at the moment. But I'm seeing things like there's an NHTCNG in here, and that could very easily TH. That might suggest that N is A, for example. Because TH blank T, usually that would be that.
The big thing that you're getting right now is what you think, based on that assumption you've made, you think X's are E's, which would make that one of the letters in the very last sentence be probably seem. Because it's got 2 X's right in a row, which then makes you think that, or it might be, or something else.
We seem to something. Maybe.
It might be
Perhaps.
seem.
There are 2 X's in one of the letters at the bottom. I'm assuming this is the one that looks like it has 3 X's.
Yes.
Yeah. YXX.
Yeah,
and as you're
I will
going
start
through
doing
that
letter
assumption,
replacement as soon as I have that.
as you start going through that assumption, you're pretty certain that O's are O's. You think the O's weren't ciphered.
Okay.
Gotcha.
Anyway.
So though. It could be though. Because JXO, if O's aren't ciphered, then it can't be B.
No, the is JCX.
Oh wait, no, yeah, it's GCX. Never mind. I can't think.
Yep.
No, I had JX, so those are the repeated ones. Frequently.
These would be F.
Our
I used
OYX
to do a lot of this stuff when I was a kid.
Yeah, OYX is our. Probably.
So.
I love ciphers. My GM gave us one, and I frantically worked on it for like a day. It was great.
Well, I have also given you.
As this happens, the dyslexic person will take control of the conversation and give the other people time to actually do things.
Okay.
As this is happening, Nyx wants to sort of look around the room and just make sure no one's paying too much attention to us or
to the group with the book.
Sure.
Yeah.
Give me a perception check. As I'm trying to read my own gibberish and failing.
You're welcome.
27 on the perception.
Well, no, I should have, when I had the chance to copy it out, like using copy and paste, I should have remembered to put a thing in there, but what was the perception?
27.
The tavern is pretty empty. The barkeep seems to be interested in what you guys are doing, but mostly because you guys are the only large conglomeration of people on the floor right now.
I mean, clearly that means we need to kill the bartender now.
Clearly, that's exactly what that means.
Exactly.
I'm glad we're all on the same page.
I'll keep an eye on the bartender. But
J is probably T.
Yes, J is because JCX.
Yep.
I don't have anything subtle enough I can do to the bartender. Because you joke.
I mean, yeah, point.
Okay. Well, sorry. Almost done.
No worries. Let's see. So
G is B.
Yeah. It gets a lot easier once you got find and replace options.
Yeah.
Yes.
That might help. Anybody
I'm
else
going to try and look at it now because I now have a physical copy.
I mean, I was just going to do text replacement. That's cheating. That shit is cheating right there.
No, it's not.
Paper?
Substitution. No, the substitution.
Oh, yeah, no, you got to do it out.
That's just not right.
What's the substitute?
Because if it's cheating, I want
It
a
automatically does it
disability
for you.
handicap.
No, you still have to figure it out.
Yes.
You still have to swap what letters, and it could be wrong.
Yes, of course.
I just don't have a notebook in front of me that will, and I don't want to type everywhere.
Oh yeah, all that one does is let you say, okay, this letter is this letter, and it just kind of does that run through for you.
If I'm wrong, it's still wrong.
Yeah, it just does the find and replace for you.
Yeah.
Sorry. I got it all typed out. Now I'm making sure the punctuation is correct. Because I'm like that.
I can't remember. Did I ever pick up No, I don't think I did. I never went and picked up another longbow.
No,
So
you
while
just tried
everybody's-
to sell the spear.
Yeah. I got distracted. So while you guys are looking at the book, I'm gonna go get some
Corbin?
things.
Where are you going? We're almost.
I'm just
It's
gonna go get a
almost
couple
fit. Look, I pointed all the scribbles that we've probably made all over this stupid piece of paper.
All I'm imagining
like
is that
the-
Charlie Day gif where he's just like all cracked out in front of a board.
Yep.
He's like, look,
I'm doing that.
It's all connected.
Yes.
With Nyx occasionally helping with Abyssal. Like, oh no, the grammar would be different because you're translating from.
Okay. It has been added into the description.
Okay.
The text has been added into the description. I will give you guys edit powers so you can adjust, so you can find a place inside it, or you can pull it out into a thing. So you have that is now there. Corbin, you're trying to go get a bow.
Well, a bow
Hope is not
and
letting
get
you
that
leave,
modification onto my spear.
You can, if Hope lets you leave, you can absolutely go do that.
I will leave whether they want me to or not. I will be right back. I'm not the one that's, like, I'm saying this quietly, of course. I'm not the one that's under the constant threat of being murdered. Also, I can handle myself in the street.
You think you're not under the constant threat of being murdered.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay, run along and die now. Bye.
Right.
Please don't come back.
If N is A, which that would seem to be the case,
And
because TH blank T, there's only one real word that fits that.
just so that the audience gets to look at it too.
Yeah.
While you guys are staring at this cipher.
We're making for thrilling viewing.
I know.
Oh,
Thrilling
yeah.
podcasting.
It's wonderful.
I actually have a. Nick suddenly has a different idea.
M, you're right. M seems to be W.
Yeah. MSW.
Womp.
X. Oh.
I think V's or F's.
I'm gonna put forward
Nyx
that
will
Y
hold up
is.
the physical book itself. Was this magic?
Was the book magic?
The book? No.
I'm going to put forward that it seems like Y is N and A is D because it looks like we need in that final sentence.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I believe
I
my
agree.
15 said that was seam.
Might be. You weren't certain.
Seam
Might be
or
seam.
seam.
Could also be need.
Yes.
Need would also
So
work.
I'm going off my.
Is this a font issue or just a this is how things are shut up issue? Some of the letters look capitalized at random points, but I can't actually tell.
It seems to be the handwriting potentially. So
Each seems to be.
It is written in block caps like that in the journal that you're looking at.
And some of the letters are just enlarged.
Some of the letters are larger. They seem to be primarily capitalized in at punctuation points, and the translation that I put in for you has a different font, which should be easier to read.
L is M.
L is M? Okay.
The last letter. So either way, whether it's seem or need, it's we seem or need to something him.
Which would make that If L is M, that would mean that A can't.
I think V is F. Because if you do OIXOVJCX,
is slaughter the correct number of letters? No, slaughter doesn't have an S at the end. Never mind.
Slaughters
him would not be correct grammar in Abyssal, but it might be in Infernal. So
you're looking at that second to last word?
Yes.
That's an X at the end, which you have already translated as an E.
Yes.
Oh. See, this is why I'm not supposed to help. Because for some reason,
actually,
X and X became S in my translation.
We cannot.
Actually, here's what Nyx is going to do to help.
Hold on
He's
just a
going
second.
to try and compile a list of words that would be likely to appear because they're abyss cultists.
Okay, I've got a few.
I got the last line.
We need to eliminate him.
Yep.
Eliminate.
I mean, I'm not there. I'm off buying shit.
Yeah.
But...
Give me an investigation roll with advantage next, because you're.
I'm just trying to from the cobbled together bits try and
you're trying to
use my knowledge of the mythology.
See if you can pick out a few of these words, maybe.
Is definitely...
With advantage, you said?
Yeah, with advantage, because you have knowledge of Abyssal.
Yep.
So Y is N and A is D.
14.
As that is one. R is C.
So with a 14, you're sort of looking in, and I'm trying to follow what letters you guys are calling out. I'm not certain if this is one that you've already called out, but you are pretty certain W is U.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Oh, okay.
And you are also you are sort of looking at the syntax and looking back at the original text. You are pretty confident that the assumption that J is T is correct as well.
Okay.
So
I don't find the words abyss or shard or aspect
none
or
of
eidos.
in the original in the word that you're looking at, it's jumbled up as well. So nothing is, you're not finding those particular letters in that particular order. You're finding those letters as they exist in the infernal alphabet.
But knowing roughly the length, I'm not like, this is where eidos would be in
D is R.
Yeah, no, you're not seeing anything like that currently.
Have we established
D is R because the second to third the third to last sentence is River's End as well shall be tested. Someone looked at maps and place names.
That also looks like G should be B.
I is G because the
G should be B.
So
G in the cipher is B, is what William is saying.
Yes, G is B. I is G because the second to last word in the second to last sentence is becoming.
So
that puts R as C.
Let people figure out your puzzle.
No, I know. I'm just
4 hours later.
4 hours later. No. So you
Galadir, do we know a Galadir?
Z is Q.
Keeping an eye on the room. You can tell
Galadir.
me. And let them
yes, we've heard the name Galadir. That's the wizard that we've
Galadir.
heard.
So the last three sentences, E is P. I almost have this.
Go ahead.
I'm doing this sick. I want to point that out.
Yes.
V is F.
H. I'm fairly
I see
certain
the
is
word
S.
elemental in there. Elemental magisters.
Okay,
That's
so
first sentence.
Fuck.
N is
Yeah.
Y.
In the sentence in the second block, the first half of that sentence I'm reading is, as that is one we cannot acquire, we shall instead proceed.
Y is A. Then.
Yeah, to something. Edge of the abyss.
No. It's
Edge of the
it's
abyss.
not. It's not because Y. Wait a minute.
I is J.
Y is N.
I is
Y
G.
is N.
Yeah, cannot. I'm reading that fourth letter.
Yes, but an N is also Wait a minute. Oh, I see what I did wrong.
H should be S.
Edge of the Abyss.
Nope. Because if you change Y to A, or if Y is A,
We've established N is A.
yes, then that first word can't be as in the second sentence.
Elemental Magister.
William
It's an N.
William was indicating
H is S.
D is R.
William was indicating that the Y's were ins.
Yeah, but I heard I don't know.
As that is one we cannot acquire, we shall instead proceed.
No,
Yes.
I was just clarifying what William had
To
said.
harry the adventurers who found something along the edge of the abyss. Umbra is something.
Factions in core
Testing.
have been confirmed. One of the shards lies with the Elemental Magisters. As that is one we cannot acquire, we shall instead proceed to harass the adventurers who found us on the edge of the abyss. Umbra is testing them. Another potential was found in Clifftop. They will be tested. River's End as well shall be tested. Galadier's investigation is becoming troublesome. We need to eliminate him.
Oh, God.
Yep.
Oh, no. That's not good.
So,
Well done.
Keeping an eye on the room.
The room doesn't seem to be listening to you currently.
Can we write that down
listening
in common?
I will give
Yeah.
me just a second, and I will, because there are still some that I did not translate. So once I have it fully.
I believe if we've got that right, I think the GM might have an extra handout for us.
I hope so.
Hopefully.
I might.
Here we go. Okay. Wait a minute. What did I just do? I did something wrong.
I will, as a reward for actually going through the process of doing it, I will put this
Also
in
for the
all players' journals.
podcasters.
Yes.
Willumpen Todd Siax Ronkelpa
You're gonna summon something accidentally. Don't summon
So-
something accidentally.
You now
And
have
then Aaron,
wake up.
and then Aaron's signal cut out, and we never
Yeah.
heard from them.
So
again.
you now have the translated
Don't worry,
document
I
in
have
your
more.
journal, and with only a couple of word exceptions that I think your character would have probably gotten, you got it right. So the translated piece reads: Factions in core have confirmed one of the shards lies with the Elemental Magisters. As that is one we cannot acquire, we shall instead proceed to harass the adventurers who found us along the edge of the abyss. Umbra is testing them. Another potential was found in Clifftop. They will be tested. River's End as well shall be tested. Galadier's investigation is becoming troublesome. We need to eliminate him. That's the primary word. And now as you're going through with this page translated, you're sort of applying that cipher that you have established to the rest of the document. And you're finding that it's a collection
You've written out an entire book, haven't you?
Yes. No. You find that it's a collection of notations regarding it's not their plan. It seems like this was a book of messages that was enciphered to be handed off and given to specific people. As you flip through, you notice the cipher starts to change, but enough of it stays the same that you're able to account for that. It seems like the impetus of this book was to be passed around to section leaders as messages and material and supplies are being passed along. It seems like they are definitely trying to hunt Nyx and Five for what they refer to as a shard of Eidos that is within them. They have found 3 others already, and they seem to have found another one, but potential another one in Clifftop, and a potential another one in River's End, and someone named Galadier is harassing them throughout their investigation, separately from you guys.
Is that a name that any of us recognize?
Nyx knows the name
Galadier
Galadier from somewhere, but Nyx doesn't know why.
Okay.
Really? Did I not? Do I genuinely not remember that it was on an alcohol bottle?
No. You know that it was on that alcohol bottle, but from you know it from somewhere beyond just the alcohol bottle.
Then the rest of the party would remember that Nyx has brought up the name to them within the last day and a half.
Yes,
Yep.
yes. You all know Nyx has brought up the name. None of you recognized the name, and Nyx.
No, I did.
Time traveling
sorry, yeah.
alcohol wizard.
Corbin recognized the name off of a job posting in the Adventurers Guild. The only information,
I knew him as an alcohol wizard.
yeah, and you know him as an alcohol wizard. That's all you guys know about him currently. Nyx, and for whatever reason, the name is familiar to Nyx, but Nyx doesn't know why, aside from being.
Which is why Nyx has said we stay far away from that one.
Yeah.
Basically, as soon as the name Galadier is translated.
So it's like, take that, fucking bullshit wizards who said we wouldn't. Anyway, so what are we doing now?
What did the wizard say?
Let's not talk about that. What are we doing now?
By the way, during all of this, Five has like been licking the table and like running around the room.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie.
She's clearly bored as hell. She's
I was
just, like
honestly
touching
playing
things and
like
seeing if
in
she
the
can light them on fire.
Five touches the book.
Yeah, no, she doesn't care about the book. She licked it. It has no good properties. She's done.
No, I meant Five touches the book and sets it on fire.
Yeah, but she doesn't want to touch it anymore. There's nothing exciting there. So she's just like running around the room, breaking things, and yeah.
The innkeeper is getting increasingly disturbed at the fact that you guys are letting Five run around breaking things. And you
Nyx will just glare at the innkeeper to keep quiet and stop paying attention to us.
You see the innkeeper making notes.
So that's a few different ways we can go.
For the record, that's things that we officially owe for.
We need.
That's why he's making notes.
So we need. There are a couple of other people like you that have been found. They have one in Clifftop, and they have one in River's End. We need to find them and make sure they're safe, and that Umbra doesn't get them.
Yes.
This is bigger than him.
Yeah,
He's
clearly
just one of
because
them.
Umbra sounds like it sounds like they're an underling of some kind.
Yep.
An agent, a force, a sympathetic party, something like that, yeah.
Or one of a
Galadier-
council that is being communicated between.
Mm-hmm.
Is the implication that Umbra is the Reaper in this situation?
Yes, if we're talking Talon Council, Umbra is Reaper.
So the other question is if we're going to go and find Galadier.
No.
I think he can handle himself, but if his investigations are becoming troublesome, he might have more information that we can use.
We should at least.
I
let
am
him
not
know
going
that
anywhere
if we're
near that
trying to
person, and
kill
I'm
him.
not letting Five anywhere near that person either.
Nor should you.
Five looks like
Who
she'd go
are
deal with
they?
anyone.
You don't even know.
He's some
I
wizard.
explained to
who knows-
Boldrin, it's possible it's not the same person, but I'm not willing to take that risk, especially not with Five.
The same person as who?
I understand what you're saying.
Five looks back and like grins, like let me.
I think we need to find out if they are or not.
Can we please leave dead things buried?
The
He's
problem
not
is
dead yet.
the problem is if he's not the same person, we need to find him. If he is the same person, then yes, we should probably keep you far from him. But if he's not, he's got vital information.
I mean,
whether he is
Like
or
a
not.
risk.
we can leave dead things buried until one of us gets animate dead.
How many shards are there
I
supposed to
already
be?
have that.
How many shards are there supposed to be?
I thought the clerics weren't supposed to
Don't
cast
know.
that spell.
12?
In the dream Nyx and Five had, there were 13 people total.
Oh, did we know that? I thought you
know-
said we didn't remember that.
You noted the number.
Okay.
You didn't remember any
13.
features about them because they were just silhouettes.
3, 4, 5.
13. The other thing I'm concerned about is if one of us, whatever Five and I are, let's call us Abyss favored for now. If one of the other Abyss favored is an elemental magister, he might still be looking into this. At least he doesn't seem to be of the same faction as these people, but assuming that all of the favored had the same dream.
How do you know it's one of the elemental magisters?
It's in the book.
Yeah, they're
It
just
says
being
one
there.
of the
It might
shards
not
lies
be.
with the elemental magisters. That means they have control over one of them. That does not mean it's a magister.
I mean, it doesn't mean that it is a magister. It means that the magisters have one of them, which isn't necessarily making them on our side.
No.
Exactly. They're not on our side. Don't assume they're on our side.
They're not.
However,
They're
if
the
all
elemental
of us,
magisters.
all of the favored had the same dream, then they know we're out there. And I'm worried about that.
Oh,
But you didn't see the features of anyone else.
But
They
I
don't
saw
know who you
5,
are.
So what if it's just people you already know or remember? It's possible that these people know us even if we don't know them.
Yep.
I doubt they know you. You never go into a city.
This is true.
Yeah,
Doesn't
and there's a
necessarily
reason
mean
for that.
anything.
And people
5
knew me
just
before I
And
was.
5
started
is
out of the
new.
abyss.
Yeah.
Even if they didn't recognize faces, they could draw the. It's not like they were blanks.
You don't
It's not like there
exactly
were
know
no
what the
features
rules
there,
are.
right? Yeah.
You know, it was the people that the people that weren't 5 were just character creation silhouettes. There was
Yes,
no detail.
So
Yeah.
I
Okay.
don't necessarily know for certain, correct me if I'm wrong, that other people had the exact same experience.
Correct. You have
Or
no
if
idea.
they did, that 5 would not also be visible to those people.
You don't even know what 5 saw. Like, you just know that 5 had a dream that involved elements of what you're
Look,
had.
I think so.
I don't
You're not
get
gonna like
psychic
this.
powers. I'm not a warlock or a halfling.
You're not gonna like this, but I think we need to go after Galadir. I think we need to find him before they do, and find out what he knows.
I'd really prefer if we
Because-
either go to Clifftop or River's End.
The problem
Those
with
are
that,
people in danger.
yes, but if we collect all of the people in danger together, that's going to make their job easier if they find us. We need to go
Or-
after the source. We need to go after the head of this and stop it. Galadir may know how to do that. You're not
Or we
going to
can let
like
him-
this.
If he's investigating this, we can let him know where, so that we can go after one person to get them to core or wherever, and they can go after the other person. Or we just
Nyx
let them
is gonna
know that
start
they're also
drawing.
going to be.
Possibly wherever 5 was drawing on the table.
Start drawing.
Just take one of 5's scribbles and start turning it into a monster with many snaky heads.
I mean, Jesus.
I know you're not going to like this, but
I'm with Nick.
is-
No,
So-
because
Why? What happens when Umbra keeps regenerating and keeps coming after all of the shards that we have then gathered together in a small area?
So here's my thought.
I trust us to protect them than people whose motives I don't trust.
Indefinitely against an unending horde?
I mean, yes, eventually we go there, but one of these two, they both potentially have time limits. I think keeping these shards, these people out of this group's hands is the more urgent thing.
What group is Galadir part of?
Who knows?
Maybe none. Maybe
We'll find out along the way, and we can actually find out more about Galadir in the process. Somebody has to know more about him. Maybe in River's Edge.
Is he an elemental magister? Part of the
I don't think
I don't
so.
know.
I don't know.
Never heard of him before.
But yeah,
Looking to the people who know about city stuff.
I agree with Nyx on this one.
Here's my thought on going after information about the cult first. This is what a cult is. It's a bad drawing.
Uh-huh.
Snake.
A many-headed snake
Many-headed
thing.
snake, yeah.
Yeah. you can get rid of one of the snakes, kill it, but the heads regrow and there's a lot of other heads, and while
That's
we're
what
going
I'm
after
saying.
one head, the other one is eating a person who's one of these abyss favored. And
What's
shut
Why
up,
we
it's
need
going
to
to be
go
the
after
term
the
we're
body.
using. We
That's
need-
fine. Yeah, I like it.
All right.
It-
I don't
it-
like
it's
shards,
good.
so I'm choosing an affirming term for our group.
Fair enough. Here's my concern, Hope. They already know where these people are.
Yes.
These people aren't protected right now. They're in better condition if we're in with us than if they're left alone.
Is that the last entry in the journal?
Marginally better condition.
No, it's not.
But better condition.
What's the last
nonetheless.
entry?
That entry in particular is roughly halfway through. If you were trying to establish a chronology, you imagine this was probably written before Umbra attacked Nyx. Just based on the amount of, I mean, obviously the whole thing was because you had the book afterwards, but
I was gonna say, based on the fact that we had the book
That
and
is
we're
right, we
not
had
writing
book. Yeah,
entries
yeah.
and it's not a magic book,
that's fair. That's right. You flip to the last page, and it says you take a minute to sort of read it, and it says the Azure Legionnaires are troublesome. Cal needs to be silenced, but how?
I try. They've made some progress since this. We don't know what is still accurate.
No,
Need to
we don't.
establish-
But we don't. But it's information.
I
We don't
recognize the
even
name
know
Cal.
when.
Give me a streetwise roll. Give me a give me a history. Give me a history roll.
I will also roll that.
Nope.
Yeah, I don't know
First,
if I
my first roll of the game, natural one.
don't know if I know anything.
Give me a history roll.
Okay.
do the Rangers
Oh,
wear
I should
blue?
not have advantage on that.
No, they wear green.
Rangers were green.
16.
I think the Sundered Knights, don't they wear blue?
They wear blue and red, but they're
Yeah.
they're
They aren't
have-
known as Azure Knights.
they have never been referred to as an Azure Legion. Hope.
Yes.
So Selena and Boldrin, you've never heard the name before.
Okay.
Hope, you have heard the name before.
Ah. Okay.
Cal. You're not certain if it's the same Cal, but the first Cal that comes to mind for you in particular is Cal Argal, a merchant in Core, who is nominally he's just a merchant. He deals in a variety of things, but he's a merchant. But street level information that you have access to indicate that he is some form of information broker, and that he is hard to pin down like as to where he ever is. He seems he's sort of a almost a mythical figure in the underworld of Core.
I think I put that together right
Cal.
before Jeremy did.
No. Well, we'll hold on.
That's what Hope knows. No one else does.
Yes.
No, I think I just had the same realization Jeremy did like a couple seconds earlier.
Probably not.
But you do know that the front-facing business is the Argal Trading Company. But he's never seen around their headquarters, so no one knows exactly where he operates from.
But that's where we might seek him out. Or
Yeah.
ask.
Cal Argal is the name and that's the only prominent Cal name you are aware of. So
Why are they going after? They're trying to silence information.
What do you
So
mean?
then that guy definitely knows something
I-
about them that they don't want known.
I know a Cal of a Cal. I've never read him. It's too
Okay.
high up. He's a guy who knows things or knows how to get information about things.
From
Core. The Argyle Trading Company. He runs it, but
okay.
Any some kind of
so maybe
information
Galadier's been
broker.
talking to him. I've never heard of the Azure Legionnaires, though.
I don't know. I mean,
Can I
we
try to
don't know
remember?
if that last page, the final page chronologically, if that's the last page, was written, how long ago it was even written. So all of the information could be suspect, but we have to assume that it's reliable information. Even if these shards in these other places have already been acquired, for lack of a better term, we should go there and learn what we can about them.
I'm just afraid about time. We don't know what they've known since then.
I mean,
Or what
time's
they've-
a
who
concern
they've
no
found
matter
since then.
what.
Yeah.
Corbin, yeah, you can get a history roll for Azure Legionnaires.
Nope.
Mm.
9.
Legionnaires that are blue.
Yeah. It's weird.
Is the Argyle trading company something I'd be familiar with, running
Yeah.
around
Yeah,
lots of spots of lots of different segments of
the Argyle Trading Company. Yeah, the Argyle Trading Company is a known entity.
Okay.
They are a transportation and logistics primarily thing. They work with other trading companies to move things around. They don't
Okay.
Use
seem
words like networking.
they don't seem to have like for as much as they're a curiosity about them is for as much as they're called a trading company, they don't seem to actually have goods of their own. It seems like their trade is in transporting other people's trade.
They buy and sell.
They're in the import-export business.
They use words like networking and
Logistics.
So they're a criminal
Yep.
front.
You might assume that.
Yeah, possibly.
There's a long pause. How does Cal spell their name?
CAL.
At least that's how it's written in the book.
Okay.
Why?
Empathy check.
Yeah.
Not for attack advantage, just because Nyx is worried about people all the time. 16, sorry.
16. I mean, by default, that's something you want. Okay.
Yeah, you can say that that's not high enough.
Hard to read, really, with my 20.
Selena seems curious. You
Yup.
don't know why.
Yeah, that's fine.
It is spelled CAL,
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
as far as anyone knows.
Fair enough.
She doesn't seem like she's asking this question because she's plotting to turn me into this person, so I'm fine.
No, absolutely not.
The question then becomes, which lead are we following? Are we perhaps running straight into a trap, trying to hunt down one of these other shards that might be getting attacked?
Forgot
Are
what
we-
first before.
Are we perhaps going to Core to find out what this Cal person knows? Potentially having information on Galadir as to what their purposes are? Or are we trying to wander blindly and see if we get attacked again and see what we can glean off that?
That's a terrible idea.
Well,
no,
Trent-
not that last one.
I think that you're the only person I
Ooh,
can.
I'm a fan of that
see
last
my
one.
side of things.
You all hear?
I turn around.
Yeah.
I turn around with a spell ready.
You notice the innkeeper is face down on the bar.
Oh no.
Seriously,
And there's Umbra.
with a
Swords.
24.
Would I have noticed that something was going on since I wasn't at the table?
You noticed the innkeeper suddenly went face down. None of you see anything else. You heard that voice, and you know it's Umbra, but you don't see Umbra.
Swords out.
Nyx
Five
is
goes
going
over
to
to
pointedly not
investigate.
react because he's assuming it's in his head.
No,
The
I'm
spear.
Everybody else is reacting.
The spear is gripped.
And then he'll react, yeah. And then
Yeah.
he'll
So, yeah, you see the innkeeper as just sort of... Five, you saw the innkeeper, he was writing, he was, like, taking notes, presumably on the damages that he was going to make you guys pay for. And as he was, like, it's sort of like the same writing, almost as if he was leaning down to confirm something, he just slumped down. And then shortly after that, you all heard the voice.
Yep.
So I am
walking over.
This may not work.
Yes.
I am going to try to dispel because that is one of my new spells, any invisibility.
Sure.
That is in here. I realize I may be wasting a 3rd level spell, but it's worth trying.
Go ahead.
I'm walking toward the innkeeper
Bloop.
Yeah, same.
with my swords out.
So you cast Dispel Magic at 3rd level.
Yes.
Let me look at
Oh,
something.
and hold on. Since you keep forgetting to remind me, and that means that I keep forgetting to do it.
Not a 1. All right.
It does qualify as a magical effect within range.
You did.
I'm
give
aware.
yourself advantage earlier.
Yes.
Yeah, I know. I'm not triggering it right now.
Okay.
I cast Fireball.
Yeah.
So yeah, you cast Dispel Magic.
Nothing happens?
Nothing seems to happen.
Okay.
I'm looking up at the
Shillelagh.
up the stairs at the top floor. I'm just looking around while
I'm
walking
standing
towards
by the
Everyone-
innkeeper and checking.
Give me a medicine check,
Vitals.
Hope.
I'm standing
Everyone
in
else?
front of 5. I don't know where this thing is, but still.
Everyone else give me perception checks. Hope, give me a medicine check.
13.
14.
Innkeeper's
I-
dead.
Yep.
12.
No,
Ow.
11.
no
Perception.
visible
6.
sign.
I run over to him because it seems like he died in the past couple of seconds.
Yeah.
He's
And I
dead.
cast Revivify.
All right. You reach out to try to grab that essence of soul, and there's nothing there. He didn't die too long ago. You should if the soul had been available to grab, you would have grabbed it.
Do I waste the material components?
Yes. The spell goes off. There's just no target.
100 gold away from me.
Where are you?
No response.
He's not going to say. He's probably not even here at this
Well,
point.
you know, it never hurts to try.
So perception, Boldrin. Boldrin and Corbin, you guys were sort of looking around, and you realized that the front door was open. But you don't see anybody there.
Shite. This is the same magic you used last time to mask his presence.
Okay. How big is the room?
I'm going to shut the door.
The room is about 30 by 30, or 40 by 40.
Oh,
Nyx
no.
is very worried for 5, so there's some short by the hand's wrath and the abyss's protection, and I'm doing a spiraling wind wall to catch as much of this fucking room as possible.
So
Nice.
in the middle of this room, this wind wall just erupts, and all of you are suddenly having a hard time hearing anything. But as
that's
the-
fine. It
And
means
because
that we're
I
not
can
getting
control
any.
the line, I'm essentially
things-
trying to spiral it over as much of the room as possible.
Yeah, and so
Are you avoiding us?
bits of furniture and
I'm avoiding you with the direct line. However, I'm mostly just trying to catch the room.
so bits of furniture and stuff on the walls and decorations go flying, crashing to the ground. Shit gets flown around. Papers go flying. The books on the table also go flying as the wind picks up, and you sort of gather the stuff as much as you can, and just wall of wind is just whirling around, making a loud racket.
Well, that makes our case a lot more difficult to explain to the guards.
13 damage to anything within the wind wall.
Yeah, furniture's breaking. Just stuff's breaking
Wait a
all over the
minute.
place.
Are you saying that we're actually going to sit around and explain this thing to the guards? Because
You think the
we're not.
guards aren't going to come in here and say that, well, that we were the last people here, and thus there's going to be a bounty on our heads immediately?
We'll leave a fucking note. Let's get out of this town.
What?
What?
Drop it, Nix. We can't hear you.
My passive perception is pretty high, so I presumably can hear a little bit of what they're saying.
Like,
Yeah,
you're in the epicenter of the wind wall, though, so we can't hear what
Yeah.
you're saying.
Yeah, you can hear
Yeah.
them. They can't hear you.
I'm like hand gesturing.
Yeah, so right now you're all partially deafened by the roaring sound of wind around you. Nothing seems to be other than furniture and stuff hitting the ground. Nothing like if you were expecting Umbra to just sort of
gone.
tumble out into the room, then that doesn't happen, unfortunately.
Yeah.
No, but I'm
Corbin
going to
is
try and
just
make
standing
it
there
harder
bored.
for him to get at us or
Mhm.
negotiate this if it becomes a fight.
Give,
I
I'm
feel like
also
this was-
fucking over anyone that happens to use a bow, but
no, that's
shut
right.
up.
Give me an insight check, Nix.
I've got the feeling that this was mostly to get us in a bind with the city guards, which is being made worse by that
14.
wall.
So, the fact that the person that the innkeeper just died, indicates that probably if he had wanted to attack or kill you guys, he probably had a good opportunity and didn't take it.
Yes, I'm assuming that he wants to cart at least two of us off to a ritual.
Yeah.
I've dragged
maintaining
the innkeeper's
yourself for
body
now.
down and I'm
That's
trying
fine.
to protect it because there might be clues.
Yeah.
I don't know.
That's fine.
That's what I'm doing.
So yeah, you guys are sitting in the
Don't
middle
want
of this
them
wind
blown
wall,
away.
yelling back and forth. Nothing seems to be happening other than the wind. You guys can't hear or see anything happening outside of it, so you have no idea what's happening outside the building. But
Drop
Corbin
the
is just-
wall, Nix.
Yeah, Corbin is just leaning out his spear, looking at Nyx, waiting.
He's gone.
Can I ask for both Corbin and Hope to roll me persuasion rolls?
yes, you can.
You're rolling against each other.
It's fine. If worse comes to
I'm
worse,
just
I'll
waiting.
just cast Dispel, and then I will have to get my surge. But
14.
10.
Nyx will still very much protecting 5 from as many angles as possible. Drop the wind wall.
And as it hits the ground, more stuff just collapses to the ground. Things that have been held against the wall by the force of the wind. And you hear commotion outside and upstairs, because there were other people in this place. Like,
Yeah.
you hear people like going, "What the hell's happening?" in various different languages.
So I step to the door and look outside.
You see like a contingent of guards marching towards quick marching towards the building.
Like I said,
time to go.
I mean, if you think running,
Nyx will
when the
very
guards are
quickly
approaching
write a
is
note in
like,
common saying, "We were protecting people. Someone got attacked here. Have fun."
No, no.
at the very
Shit, you're naive.
No, I don't think Nyx thinks that's gonna work.
Yeah.
at the very
He
least,
ended the note with "Have fun," but he did pin it to the board or something.
Are you leaving?
if you all want to take off, I'll meet you later.
Nix, you can't go off on your own. Did you not learn anything from what
Selena,
you have
are
just
we leaving?
gone through? Did you not?
Hope finally snaps and kills everyone.
Nyx will grab 5 by the arm. We're leaving.
Oh.
I'll go with them.
Keep an eye on them. Clerics of the Forge at least have a reputation in this city. They know that we're not people who lie. I'll explain to the guards.
Yeah, I'll
meet up with you.
Okay.
I'm going with
How are you leaving?
You
Selena. and
lead a damn word about me and it gets back to those fuckers. I'm gonna...
How are you leaving?
Yeah, what are we gonna do? Go out the front door?
There are,
There
let's
a
see.
back door.
Give me.
I mean,
a-
Well, presumably there are doors back towards the residential aspect.
Yeah, just stairs going up.
And
Is there a kitchen?
Yeah, there's a kitchen.
We go through the kitchen. There was always an exit through the kitchen.
There is.
All right.
I'm sure there are guards there too, but we'll kill them when we come to that problem.
I'm going out the front door to meet the guards.
Okay.
I'm staying here and trying to figure out.
So those of you that are going out the back door, give me stealth checks.
I'm so good at these with a 17. It's actually not bad.
That is actually my average roll. I've just been rolling things that
18.
I've been rolling better at.
5. I think you're also. They were trying to
did
bring
they take
you with.
me with
They were
them?
trying to bring you with them.
Yes.
Whether or not you went is up to you. All right. So Nyx is sort of flustered right now and is jumping at every shadow.
I'm also not very aware that we're trying to stealth this shit.
Yeah. But the rest of you sort of just like very gently guide Nyx and 5 along as you duck into the back alley. There's no one in the back alley currently, and you flitter away through a couple of different turns to
So basically, Nyx tries to guide 5, and 5 is like, okay, come this way.
Well,
you guys very
yeah.
quickly and quietly just flit through. Meanwhile, Bouldrin, this group of things. The cleric's already on premises. We received a report that some incident had occurred. Do you know what's going on, sir?
The innkeeper's been murdered.
Right? And they head inside as you're having this conversation.
I sort of give the explanation of the innkeeper's been murdered, possibly by a suspect who has been stalking and attempting to kidnap innocents. That have been under my personal care for some time. My group, fearing for their lives, have fled the premises to try and find safety. And I sort of indicate everything that's happened.
Give me a persuasion check with advantage.
I back up.
You
and
would
cross my
know,
arms
Wind
as
Wall
they
is a
come in.
primarily defensive spell.
Yeah.
I do know that. Yeah, and they know that I don't lie. 22.
Right. Well, it would have been good if they had stayed for questioning, but I trust your judgment on this cleric. Well, I guess we'll secure the area if you'll go acquire your friends, and if you could very much get a statement from everybody and return it to the guard, we would appreciate that as we
I'll do what I can.
secure the scene.
That's not happening.
I just am imagining like Firefly interrogations with Bulgrin.
Yes.
I literally just need a sentence statement from each of you.
Nope.
And they begin securing the area.
Wind protects, I think. I don't know. I didn't study elemental stuff.
If I had any point in time, I wanted to get a more thorough investigation of this innkeeper. Like,
Sure. Give me another medicine check.
okay,
Give me
not medicine.
Give me
like,
an Arcana check.
yeah. 12.
And if Hope is still here, they can get a statement from Hope directly.
Well,
Yeah,
I
and-
don't
and
want to.
They will ask Hope for a statement, but he was definitely killed by magic.
Yeah.
More powerful magic than you have access to or know about.
Yeah. Okay. Creepy.
But whatever it was, it killed him instantly without
Mm-hmm.
leaving a mark.
Power word kill.
Phantasmal killer. It's things like that, you know.
Gonna say, I really hope it's not power word kill.
So I have said this a few times, but if he was that power level, we wouldn't have been able to do anything in that first fight.
No, that's mostly a joke.
True.
It's because power word kill is one of those things. It's just like, oh, you're dead now.
Just bye. Also, why would you waste a power word kill on an innkeeper with 5 hit points?
Yeah,
That
seriously.
is a valid point.
Fun.
Just for chaos.
Yep.
But yes, the guards will step over to Hope and attempt to get a statement.
They really just need
we
to know
were
what exactly
we were in
happened.
the inn, and he fell dead.
And then what happened after that?
And then our druid decided to act defensively and put up a wind wall. And then
Right.
you all got called.
That accounts for damages, alright. And they're writing this down.
Hey, look, we don't have to
And,
pay for all the damage 5 caused. Bonus.
Are you aware of why someone may have wanted to kill the innkeeper?
Nope.
Is
No
there,
clue.
Shitty service.
is there a reason why you would have assumed the attack was coming after you?
I did explain that part.
We're adventurers.
But they have to ask from everybody, so
Yeah.
you don't just take one statement, William.
No. Because we're being attacked a couple times by an
who?
individual who can act at a distance like that.
Oh. What is this individual's name?
Umbra.
God damn it.
Weird guy with the mask.
All right. Would you be able to give us a description of this Umbra?
Yes.
Math.
Like mask.
Weird guy with a mat. Like,
Yeah.
Anything more than that? Height, weight, approximate age.
I
Race.
give my basic approximation. He's working with a cult of Eidos.
And what would the name of the cult be?
Don't know.
Give me a deception roll.
I have terrible deception.
That's the only lie you've said so far.
Do I know the name of the cult? I don't think I did.
They refer themselves as the Shards of Eidos.
Oh, I thought that's what they were going after. Okay.
Both.
Never
It's
mind.
both a noun
It's
and a proper
also what
noun.
they call Nyx.
Oh, gotcha.
you know.
Okay.
I mean, in that case, I don't think that's a lie.
No, that'd be persuasion.
Your persuasion.
Okay, it's not.
Because
It's slightly better.
I was legitimately like, nope, don't know that one.
11.
He sort of looks at you like, how do you not? But okay. All right. And do you know how long this individual has been hunting you?
Since I joined the group.
It's been like a few weeks.
Yeah.
13 years minimum.
You're not there.
No.
Right. Well, I think that's all. Hands Baldrin a paper that has a list of those same questions on it. If you could please acquire answers to this from the rest of your party, I'd appreciate
Certainly.
it in our investigation. You're both free to go now.
Sweet. Leave. Immediately.
Let's go find him.
Making sure that none of our pages got lost in the windstorm.
No, you
To be
managed to gather them
found.
up.
Okay.
One dwarf looks. Make me a perception check.
Okay. 6.
You see one of the officers bend down to pick something up, but you're not sure what it is he picked up.
I don't
Not
like
sure
that.
what it was he picked up.
Baldrin, you can make a perception check if you want.
Oh yeah. Meow. 15.
It's that piece of cardstock you guys had found in the alleyway was just on the floor. Seems blank. Pick it up.
Officer, can I take that for a moment?
Oh, and he sort of holds it out towards you. He doesn't let go of it, but he holds it out towards you.
I like growl on it for a second to see if I can. I cast detect magic,
It's magical.
as I feared. Can I see what kind?
It is. Give me a Arcana roll because it's not a typed magic.
Alright.
Actually, no, it is. It's got illusion magic on it
Illusion magic.
with something else. Give me an Arcana roll.
Yep. Okay. 13.
It seems like it is some sort of illusory script that is keyed to a particular type of individual.
Was so for a refresher, where was the last place I saw this cardstock?
You picked it up in the alleyway where Nyx had been kidnapped.
Okay.
5 takes the card and licks it.
Oh, you went off with everyone else.
5 left.
You're not,
Yeah.
Oh, I want to lick it.
this is just Baldrin and Hope right now.
This thing. I think
I
may
find
be
something
relevant.
else to lick.
I think this may be relevant, not to this particular case, but to finding out more about the people hunting us. I would request to keep it if possible.
Give me a persuasion check with advantage.
Always trust dwarves. 22.
Certainly better. It doesn't seem relevant to us, so you can have it.
I hold on to it.
These are the worst cops in the world.
They're also
Sure,
talking
please
to
keep
a...
something that you insist is not evidence in a crime.
It's true.
Feel free.
It's true.
I'm also, and they know this, sworn never to lie.
Yeah, no, they're talking to a cleric of their god.
And it's a good thing I can't cast illusions to make myself look like a dwarf in armor particular to this particular god.
Can you act like one?
He certainly also rolled a 22 persuasion roll.
I mean, you're not wrong. I'm just saying, still the worst cops ever.
Anyways,
All right, I thank you
I
very
thought the
much.
worst cops ever were the Rangers that just grabbed Nix and 5.
No, they were new. They didn't know better.
They don't have an excuse.
Oh, I thank you for your assistance, and hopefully we'll be able to track these individuals down.
No, this is just a hazing. You send the new guys after the adventurers who trashed the tavern with a wind wall.
Adventurer.
You're collectively guilty.
Yeah.
Let's be honest, that's true.
No.
Adventuring groups are collectively guilty. Anyways, so yeah, you managed to retrieve the cardstock.
All right, and I go to find the rest of my group, presumably with hope.
Also, let's be honest, the worst cops ever are the Miami PD and Dexter, because how did they not figure that out after 8 years?
So,
Sorry.
those of you that were on mission sneak away from the guards, where did you end up stopping, or did you stop until you were outside and in Clifftop?
Yeah, we bought horses. We just straight up.
Just fucking gone.
We didn't buy horses. What are you talking about? We just left.
No, we will go
on
to...
loan.
Selena will lead them to a nearby but not right next door tavern.
Sure, Feudor's,
Like that's on the main thoroughfare,
Feudor's
sort
down.
of somewhere where if Baldwin's like, where would they go? It's going to be an easy guess.
Somewhere where you guys can sort of like lean out a window and look as if you're looking at the commotion.
Right.
Yeah. So yeah, you very quickly find the rest of the group, Baldwin.
Hello.
That was significantly easy.
Okay.
If I could fulfill my obligation to
Is he
them.
holding
for
the
me-
card?
Yeah, I was about to say. I know that's in my pocket. If I could fulfill my obligation to them if you could help me fulfill my obligation to them for me, I just needed to write a one sentence at minimum, please, on each of these questions as I hand.
Do I have to give my name?
No, you don't.
Well, there you go. I'm fine.
Yeah, they didn't ask mine, so
Really?
nope.
What?
Baldwin vouched for you guys with a 22 persuasion. And they rolled a 3 on their wisdom save.
People trust
the worst cops ever.
People trust the Brotherhood of the Forge. My word is taken because
myself into dwarven form and coming back here to con this city out of millions at some point. All right.
Glad you've got a retirement plan.
I always have a retirement plan. That's retirement plan number 15.
Ah.
people trust the Brotherhood of the Forge. We're known that we don't lie.
I'm sure that's never been abused. All right.
Are you just incapable of lying, or is that like a vow?
It's a sworn oath.
Okay.
To work the forge is to work true craftsmanship, and falsehood mars the steel.
So you're saying that in a moment of weakness, it could happen.
Yeah, that's good to know.
There have been those who have broken their vows, yes.
There you go.
What happens then?
Question: broken their vows and then got smited, or just broke their vows and were fine?
Depends. If it's found out, typically you're excommunicated from the clergy.
So you don't let anyone find out.
Got it.
Yep. Glad we're clear here.
I'm excited to see what happens when somebody takes the Forge Father's words in vain.
To be fair,
That's
the
why
Forge Father.
I asked if we were going to get smited, because I feel like the Asimar is more likely to get smited for the Asimar Revenant might be a little more likely to attract divine attention.
To be fair, you've seen
Lightning
the
rod.
Forge Father's hand at work when when his hammer has smote our foes. He's not a forgiving god.
He
I've
also
seen no
brought a
magic
tunnel
work,
down
yes.
around us, so I'm not really a fan.
Most gods aren't forgiving. Anyways, are we going now?
Yeah, where are we going?
Where?
Here's
have
your
to
Cliff
decide.
Top
statement.
is
Represent?
closer.
Yeah, once I get statements from everybody, I just go down the road to the officers and give them to them, and then come
They'll
back.
take it. They'll thank you, and they'll.
Mine
continue.
literally reads, "Bartender dude died. I saw nothing."
Hostile witness. They write.
But it's true.
Nix's is. Let's see. Nix writes his.
I love players. I love characters that act like there are no consequences.
Nix
It's
writes his in
fantastic.
Druidic.
Okay.
They can figure it out. It's like paying your parking fine in pennies. You're punishing the wrong person for no reason and making things inconvenient.
Oh man, so you should have written hers in primordial.
Oh no.
But they
No.
can figure it out.
She's not gonna. She doesn't go out of her way
Five
to
writes hers in Abyssal.
infuriate the authorities because she might have to deal with them at some point later.
Actually, like,
Can you write?
Yeah.
Does it actually say words, or is it just 5?
Wait, I can write, right?
Yeah, you can write.
Yeah, I can write.
5 writes.
Nix will actually
5
write
writes
over
a very
five to see what it
5
says.
writes a very coherent recounting of 5's memory of the events
In Abyssal. Yeah.
in Abyssal.
Can you? What does this say?
Says,
Like,
No, it's
Uh,
just she just wrote what she experienced.
Wait,
5 out of
Right.
curiosity.
wait a minute.
communicate.
Written language. I don't mean to.
Quick, paper.
Wait a minute.
Hey, I was trying not to be rude. Obviously, she can communicate.
I
Why
know,
would
it's
she do other-
Speak 3 languages and write them, bitches. You just don't ask the right questions.
I go and find the nearest paper vendor and just buy a sheaf of notebook full.
all right, that'll be 5 copper.
Yeah, I'm fluent in 3 languages and I read and write them. As well as common.
I love that.
Five.
I love that revelation has just knocked half the party for a loop.
Yeah, 5 is like,
It's just
I was walking around
assuming
the
this was
tavern,
obvious.
breaking things.
I
and
mean,
giving them.
emotionally.
So
You know,
And then I saw the innkeeper fall over, and then there was a bunch of wind. This place is very confusing to me. Not enough good things to lick. 5.
that just means she's been acting like a toddler just to fuck with us. She's totally just an
No,
adult.
she
She's just
still-
been fucking
She
with
still
us.
thinks
No,
that way.
no,
Still
absolutely not.
thinks that way. She just
Yeah.
can read and write.
It's not that
Okay.
I didn't think.
5.
What's
Here's a
happening in
notebook.
the scene?
That's what this is me talking in the scene. It's not that I didn't think that 5 could write, it's that I assumed that whatever was affecting our ability to speak would be comprehensive enough to affect other forms of communication.
To be fair, I think the thing that affected her ability to speak was broken, so I think that might be coming back now.
Here, 5. A notebook.
Are
can
you
talk?
sure? When was it broken?
We consulted with the cleric of Eidos, who seemed to be able to do something about it. And they expressed that it should be possible to
The magic
regain
of the curse was
credibility.
lifted, however, the effects
effects
linger.
Yes.
5. Can you write anything other than that? The abyssal.
Yeah, 5 writes something else in Abyssal.
Can you write?
What does that say?
5
Nix,
writes-
what does
5
that
writes,
say, please?
Yes, I can.
What does
in
it
Abyssal.
say? Sorry.
Yeah, it says, yes, I can.
In Abyssal.
What other language can you write? Common.
No. Oh wait, no, I
No.
can.
You
I can
can.
write in common.
You can. I like the idea
She
that
writes-
you write no in common.
No.
Okay.
Which could mean Five speaks halfling.
That let us know if anything happens, like the dream last night.
Night before last.
Are you
And that-
comfortable
But that
using
night before last,
I
don't
writes down, last night I dreamed I was a cat.
know-
It was awesome.
Okay.
out of curiosity, are you comfortable using this in the place of verbal communication? For
You
Can
guys
you-
just don't ask the right questions.
no, they're all kind of stupid,
I
and
think
I'm
this is
just
hilarious.
not used
She
to
just thinks this
people.
is the best.
What great questions have you come up with that got anything besides 5?
If you need to let us know
5.
something that you can't just say, write it there, please, so we can understand you.
5 rips like 7 pages out of the book.
There's
and
like
makes
a
them go up in flames.
crackling of energy at Corbin.
Okay. Okay. Oh, all right. So 5 can talk now.
Right.
In quotation
Yes.
marks.
Communicate,
Where are we
chat,
going?
talk is a little bit derogatory, I think, in this context.
Oh,
Right.
for
Fine.
God's sakes.
Where are we going next?
For those of you that took bets on them not leaving Underhold, it looks like you're going to be right.
Cliff top. Cliff top is closest.
Yeah.
Let's go
Okay.
to cliff top. Wait.
You can teleport anywhere.
Yeah, I was. Well,
Yeah. We can get to core.
I was literally just about to say. So magic. What's her bitch can teleport, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So River's Edge.
If there's a
We know
Does
that
there need
there's
to be a
something there
circle?
that needs to be tested.
no.
We're not sure that if it's a shard there, but probably.
Given that the language of tested was previously applied to her favored, it might make sense that this is a suspected favored, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Shall we go there then?
Yep.
If this is our directive.
Yep.
Might be a good way to lose him too.
Oh, I'm sure he'll like plane shift or some dumb fuck thing,
If you plane shift, you go to another plane
and then come back.
to the same spot.
It
Plane
wasn't-
shift is roundabout
What
teleportation,
the
actually.
fuck?
But
Anyway,
Hope
that'll
doesn't
take
know
him
that.
time
Hope
at
doesn't
least.
cast magic.
Yeah, I have no idea.
yeah,
Let's-
that was Nick's giving a correction. Anyway, so
Let's go find the Archmage and go to River's End, shall
Yep.
we?
5, that all right with you?
5.
All right.
You all right, 5? You sound a little hoarse.
5.
So, you all head back to the Adventurers Guild.
Yep.
There,
Yep.
Elisaria is actually out in the lobby talking with the person behind the counter. Oh, welcome back. Is there anything else I can do for you?
Actually, I believe we've had a discussion, and I think we'd like to be sent to River's End if you could.
That is certainly within my power. Come this way.
You're the best.
Make a deception roll.
Are you saying
Yeah.
that wasn't sincere? Because you're
Yeah.
right.
Considering that previously referred to as what's her bitch, yes, I'm saying that's insincere.
Magic, what's her bitch? Thank you very much.
That is dripping with venom.
That is literally the worst you could do.
Best.
No.
Obvious sarcasm is obvious.
She just turns and leads the way through a door.
Oh no. Oh no.
teleported somewhere horrible while you guys all go to River's Edge.
Do you say anything else other than that, Selena?
Nope.
Okay. So yeah, you all walk through this door. She leads you into another chamber. All right, everyone, please join hands and stand here in the middle of this circle.
Right?
Power would kill. We all die.
As Selena tries to confirm, nothing comes out of her mouth.
I dispel magic on Selena,
This is
on whatever's
actually
impacting
John
Selena.
in character.
What level of dispel magic are you casting it at?
3rd, it's the only level I got.
Give me a spellcasting roll.
Okay, that's... Fuck it, I'm just using my shillelagh because it's easier.
You cast
Never.
spell magic.
Nothing.
You don't think it took?
Nyx mouths to Selena. Sorry.
I don't notice anything's wrong. Come on.
As you all gather in the circle, and Selena continues to try to talk and nothing comes out.
No, it's fine. She's taking enormous advantage of the fact that whatever she says is not coming out and saying ridiculously obscene things about her right now.
And she sort of gives you a look.
Did anyone take the linguist?
And she nods at you. You get the sense she can read your lips. That's fine. I'm used to it.
Or watchful.
The members of the Azure Legion often have to deal with such things. And she casts teleport. And you all...
Yeah.
No, I was like...
Dang, nabbit.
And you all find yourself standing in the middle of a square.
Question answered.
You find yourselves standing in what looks to be sort of a square that has some festivities going on. And Selena, you're able to talk now as the teleportation has ended.
I wonder if you're like mid-sentence on saying something.
Yeah, if you were in the middle
I mean, that was going to be like, what about? Oh, good, I can... So, it's a good thing that I pissed her off, otherwise we wouldn't know what the Azure Legion is. I should take that as a sign to continue doing such things.
Yep, that's going to be great when, they're troublesome and have apparently been causing some problems for the cult that is trying to kill 2 of our people. So that's
Well,
great.
that's true. I feel like that's very results-oriented thinking.
Yes.
Yes, it is.
You find yourselves
Look,
in...
I said a slight... Sorry.
You find yourselves in a town square that is currently bustling with activity. Your sudden appearance sort of startles a few people who sort of look at you weird and continue on. It seems like this town that you find yourself in, none of you have ever been to River's End, so none of you can actually confirm that this is River's End, is in the middle of preparing for some sort of event or some sort of celebration or festivities or something like that.
Because he's paranoid, he hasn't really had the chance to do this the last 2 times we entered the city, and he knew he wasn't from a place full of dwarves, or assumed. Nyx is looking around in the off chance that this place is familiar to him.
Sure, give me a perception check.
You don't think...
Because he did escape through the city.
Yeah. No, this does not look familiar at all. You see various sorts of cottages and very rural, rustic town. There's a river running by, just sort of cutting not through the town square, but just past it. There's sort of a river mill on. There's a river mill on the town square that sort of feeds it, or that uses it for power. This is, while this is a rustic town, it's not one you've ever been to or that you can recall coming to. However, see a sign further off, though, down towards what you assume is the northern entrance, that does say River's End.
He would be
We're in the
malicious
right
enough
place.
to attack during a festival, wouldn't he?
Yeah, probably. And look,
What's
all
this a
I'm
festival
saying
to?
is,
Yeah, what are the
I said
decorations look like?
something nice. I didn't say it in the right tone.
Not the right tone is certainly a way you can put that dripping bit of venom.
Yeah. With a natural one, all of you could feel the insincerity in the
Yeah.
statement.
It's gonna be great.
There was just a smidge of contempt.
I mean, okay, yeah, probably. But I at least tried to make the effort to be nice, even if I couldn't muster up the give a shit to actually sound like it.
Yeah, no, I get it. I get it.
That's the spirit.
So, really, who was the petty one there? Thank you, I'm right. Anyway, so
Both of
what's
you?
the plan?
with Selena.
Both of you.
She didn't turn you into a frog, so there's that.
Mm.
Yeah, if she was going to be real petty, we could have ended up somewhere else.
Anyways.
So looking around,
What are the decorations?
I'm
look like?
looking for anyone who's obviously super abyssy.
Give me religion checks for everyone except Nick's. Give
Yeah.
me a perception check.
Who looks super abyssy?
I got a 5.
5.
Something's happening with a god around here.
18.
Maybe.
It kind
Or
of
it
makes
could
sense
just
that
be
I would get
somebody's
this.
Well,
19.
19.
I have
Alright.
a lot of gods that
It's
I'm
true.
I'm
Let me pull it up real quick.
devoutly following.
Well, considering that it is currently the 27th of consonant, which is the second month of the year. Velam is up next, which means that. Hang on, let me look up various things. Yeah, it looks to be just based on the time of year that it is. And the decorations you're seeing, it looks like they are preparing for a harvest festival in reverence to Argon, because
Right.
the third month of Valam is her month. And so it's sort of like it seems like they are preparing, not necessarily a harvest, but a seeding festival, sorry. They're preparing a seeding festival to celebrate her, is what it appears to be, for those of you that made higher than a 5. Corbin, some sort of festival.
Yeah.
And on Hope Festival, something. I don't
It's
know.
a weird festival.
And then Nix's perception.
Nix, for your perception. Well, the abyss is over there. As you look to the south, and you sort of beyond the edge of the village, you see where the river pours off into the abyss and just the roiling blackness. Funnily enough, for a village on the edge of the abyss, nobody seems to be abyssy. No one seems particularly dark or moody or broody or Umbra-y.
It's a
Yeah,
lie.
I also noticed that Umbra is a month.
Umbra is a month.
Yeah.
So it's basically like we're chasing around the guy named November.
Or the guy named August.
Yep.
Umbra is specifically the month of
The Demon of Sin.
Entropy.
no, Umbra is the month of Eidos.
Or, I don't know. That makes
Yeah.
Makes
sense.
sense.
No, sorry, Entropos is the month of Eidos. Sorry, Umbra is the month of Eferti.
Blood or Shadow, yeah.
So Harvest Festival, those are fun.
Seeding festival specifically, but yeah.
Those are less fun.
What are you talking about? Seeding festivals when everybody starts to have sex.
I mean, Harvest Festival
Wrong god.
is when you get drunk and then have sex.
That's there's probably gonna be some
It's
drinking too.
double the pleasure.
Anyways, but yeah. So you guys are sort of in the middle of town square, looking around at what appears to be set up for a seeding festival.
So we're here. How we're gonna find this person before they do, or they already have, or whatever.
We stand in the center of town and shout, "Hey! Are there any abyss favored here? Also possibly called shards?" No.
No, duh.
Look in the book. See if they
He
have any
starts-
notes on how to identify.
we use the book as research, and we just start looking around.
See if there's any weird people that hang out on the outside of town.
Yeah.
I don't think they're going to be
Loners.
that obvious.
Ours are loners.
Are we expecting them to be less obvious than our own abyss favored?
I would
I
say
don't
so.
know.
I mean, these two are awesome, but let's face it, one of them, Nick's, you're a druid, and 5, you just got dumped out of the abyss. So,
Though I
Yeah.
did become a druid because I could sense what was happening after I fucked up. That's not important.
that's all eyes turn.
Just all eyes on Nick.
So
What?
I knew roughly that something was 5. This thing that sometimes drags us places, the abyss favored shards, whatever you'd prefer to call it. Could you feel it, sense it, know that you were?
Do I know what that is?
Well, it sounds like the thing that you're sort of thinking back into your memories of your past, and it sounds you do recall that before the particular event of your past that caused you to be the way you are, the feeling you had a very different feeling inside you after that event, and you think that might be what Nyx is talking about.
When, for example, Umbra was messing with us, trying to make us go a place, there was that sensation. And for me, it was like a dragging in my chest, trying to pull me towards something.
Yeah, you had that same sensation when Umbra was summoning you.
Yeah.
5.
Yeah, she writes down. Yeah, it's the same thing.
Okay. So this person may at least tangentially be aware of what is unusual about them. Actually, thinking about how I initially sensed it in 5 when I was sort of trying to figure out what was wrong back episode 2 or whenever that was, I'm just going to try and follow my abyss sense towards...
Give me an Arcana roll.
Don't let me fall off the edge if I make a mistake. So don't let me go too near to the abyss's edge.
Has anyone ever gone into the abyss and come back?
Not come
No.
back, no.
Absolutely
we
not.
have
We are
learned.
not playing that game.
Not that you know of.
I've studied a lot of that. No.
5 came out of there.
People
Yep,
have come
a lot of
out.
people come
No
out.
one's really come
So
back.
you do get a sense. You do get a sense of that essence, and it draws you to Boldrin.
Or to my spear.
Okay.
No,
Nyx is going to go.
Oh no.
Children. He's doing this how this hands out druidic ritual style. Wander around the town.
Corbin
Even
resists
if
the
it's
urge
not
to
strictly
kneecap him.
necessary, he's doing this. Oh, Abyss, I beseech thee, find the path to the one who
You're
holds
becoming
your
very cleric.
favor.
I
That's
walk
weird.
away. I don't want to be seen
And
near
taps
this.
I'm
on
so
the
into
shoulder.
this right now.
so
Nope,
Nick
I'm
actually
leaving.
specifically Nyx grabs the pouch that you put that card stock in, Boldrin.
Okay. Taps on Boldrin. I sense the abyss's favor upon you. Thank you very much. Good night. I am not a fucking cleric.
I open up the pouch and I pull the cardstock out. Were you perhaps looking for this?
5 grabs it and licks it.
So 5, as you grab it,
God damn it.
this white cardstock turns completely black, and writing appears on it to you that you can read. And it says, wrote it down, and I don't remember where I wrote it down, but it says if you'd like
my life.
It says if you'd like to know more, I can help, and is signed. What's his name? And is signed Shadowborn Nero.
Assuming that I can't see the change in the card, Nyx is going to say, 5, can I see that by just out of curiosity?
Does it also have a link on there that you have to click?
Like his
Because
Twitter
if so,
handle?
No.
Don't click that link. It leads to a malware site.
Can anyone else see that?
Not currently, no.
Yeah, it just looks like a card.
5 takes the card out of her mouth, grabs the notebook, and starts writing down what the card says.
So, while that's going on,
As that's happening, Nyx is going to say, can we not tell them right now and shut the book? I think I know what that is. I got one too. I'm actually going to check my
we're
bag.
standing
See if
right
mine is gone.
here.
5 puts the
one
card back in
right.
her mouth.
Yeah, you look in your bag and you find that yours is gone.
Damn it, Boldrin, why are you stealing from me?
I did.
What does the card say?
No.
5 opens the book and points.
And it
I
says,
read it.
if you want to know more, I can help, Shadowborn Nero.
Yeah, we
I
know
know
how
that-
they got whoever they stole.
Who's Shadowborn Nero?
the name Nero or Shadowborn Nero familiar? at
Selena,
all?
you know, you
Selena previously told me
Shadowborn Nero is a member of the Elemental Magisters.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
it's the same card. Apparently
Oh,
I
fuck that
dropped.
dude.
You dropped it in the place where Umbra kidnapped you.
Okay, so maybe part of the enchantment on the card to not be caught by Umbra.
Or it's a homing beacon for him. You found that card. If he can zero in on that same whatever chanting you were doing right there.
Yeah, but I can do that on myself in 5 anyways.
Yes. So maybe
All right.
Umbra can do that. We can use that card.
So, I'm going to point out something here to completely siderail the conversation. That's not why I'm doing it. It's just going to have the effect of doing it, hopefully. Pleasant side effect. I
would like to pull us into
I've
an
come
alley
to a bit
as
of
well.
realization.
Umbra
We're
are
not
not
having this
working
conversation
together.
in the middle of the street.
I mean, we
in the
are
middle of a square.
in the middle of the square. This is
Yeah,
where
let's
we're
not
having
have this conversation in the middle of the square.
Okay.
Come on.
Yeah, let's move off to the side.
You all shuffle off to one
That's why
side.
4s are better.
This is what. So, I'm not sure that there is a potential here.
Potential for what?
An Abyss favored shard. I don't think there's one here.
In River's End?
What makes you say
Why?
that?
Because it says River's End as well shall be tested. Not someone from River's End.
Oh yeah.
The whole
No, I saw that.
city. That doesn't mean I think. That doesn't mean that we shouldn't
Can a
look
shard
around.
be in
I'm just
a
saying.
city?
Yeah,
Doesn't
that's
have to
why I
be
was
in a
assuming we'd go to Clifftop first, but you guys know cities better. Maybe he was gonna go door to door and like knock knock, look, steal your soul, knock knock, steal your soul.
Sarah, no, boom.
Yeah, maybe they were just
I like to
going to
think,
be
Trick or
coming
treat.
to River's End.
I like to think Umbra has more personality than the Terminator.
To test to see if there were any shards here.
Or perhaps we're not exactly certain what a shard is. Supposedly it's something that can be found within someone, but not necessarily is that person. It might be that a very, very large shard is within the town.
Or yeah,
It is
the
also
town
entirely-
itself
Are you
getting any
somehow
other-
institutes a shard.
Possible, if not likely, that they could be transferred or sealed outside of people. At least given the ritual that Umbra is attempting to perform, presumably siphons them to somewhere or something.
What's the ritual?
Well, I told you what he told me when he was like torturing me with a knife. He wants to slowly kill us and drain our life force because essentially, while doing that, he's also draining off the thing he refers to as a shard.
Does it matter where he does that?
Given that he was trying to kill me in the ritual with the golem, would that have been a golem?
The
My
shadow
guess
creature
is,
that we fought right after.
The abomination, yeah.
and that he was also trying to do it when he kidnapped me. My
Probably
guess
not
is
then.
maybe, but it probably doesn't require a whole bunch of effort or can be any number of locations. Maybe it's
Okay,
like
that's
weak
good.
spots to the abyss, something like that could be a reasonable.
I'm
Or
saying
just anywhere that
River's
takes
End
about
might
10
be a
minutes of
weak spot.
preparation.
Maybe they're testing to see if this is where they have to complete the ritual.
There could be testing. We're assuming that it means the same thing that is being done to you two
John-
and to the other potentials, but
Yes.
We were looking
So
for the
real quick,
River's End is
Aaron?
River's End is near the edge of the abyss.
yes.
on the edge of the abyss.
Core is also near the edge of the abyss.
Correct.
And I noted in River's End that there weren't many abyssy people. Did it feel the same way in Core?
Core's really big. You didn't really take a lot of time to explore Core.
mostly running.
No, I did. I ran around as a
You're
squirrel.
mostly running around as a squirrel.
Ferret, whatever I actually was.
Yeah, you would have to like sort of spend time thinking and like sort of scanning and looking in Core, and Core definitely had a different feel to it than this place does, though.
Okay. Does this city actually feel significantly less abyssy than to you guys?
I don't know how I would sense that, but
Yeah.
You can
Can
all
I
give
feel?
me
Can I feel for that?
give me insight rolls, everybody.
do I feel something is weird with my
Am
plus
I-
7 insight?
Wait, am I the
21.
only one that's not abyss
12. 5 feels nothing.
No, I'm not.
Okay, so
I
I
was
don't even know how to
wondering.
check for
Natural
I'm abyss
2022.
ambiguous in terms of birth.
I was wondering because we had we have the translated book. I was wondering if going back through the notes in there, if there was any sense of is River's End a person that has been located, or is it?
Give me an investigation check.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
To the rest of you that rolled insight, everyone that rolled insight higher than a 10, Riversend feels calm. It feels very peaceful.
That's
Is
not
it
normal.
a cold and gentle dark?
and Selena in particular, like Core, you're used to Core, which just sort of has this sort of like this chaotic undertone to it.
Yes, it just.
Riversend is just nice.
Oh my
Aw.
God, we're in Children of the Cornville.
It's not even like it's not like it. The fact that it doesn't wig you out wigs you out more. Like,
no.
It's
Oh,
like
God.
it's not even like an eerie
Doomed.
calm. It's just
We are doomed.
peaceful.
I'm looking around for.
In fact,
I got an 11
in fact,
for mine.
the thing that with a natural 20, it strikes you as odd that no one freaked out that a bunch of you just teleported into the middle of the town square.
That's not good.
I mean, my total
That's
insight
really
is
not
1
good.
point less than
Same
Selena's.
with you, Boldrin, though. It's like
Yes,
like
sir.
yeah, like it's very peaceful and calm, and like there was
And
a
no
couple.
one was surprised when
Well,
armed travelers just appeared.
They were surprised. They reacted. They had the that's weird, but it just moved past as if it wasn't really registering that it was.
It just washed over them.
I
Yeah,
look at.
yeah.
Is there somebody nearby?
Yeah,
Just
people-
random person.
A couple people wandering around carrying a
I
sign.
cast Charm Person on them.
Nothing happens.
That's what I figured. There's a magical effect here that's fucking with people's heads.
I'm looking through the book and I probably don't find anything.
With an 11 investigation, so actually you do. You find something that everyone else has sort of glossed over because they were flipping to specific passages. A few pages after that, that first one that you translated, it says, "River's End mixed success will return later."
Selena, can you try that on one of us?
I mean, I
asking
would
you to-
never cast Charm Person on my close companions. What are you talking about? Yes,
We're close.
I cast Charm Person on Boldrin.
Do you resist,
I'm
Boldrin?
trying to see
Yes.
if that takes effect
Do
on
I
other
see
people.
that? Do I see that happening?
On
yeah.
us.
Yeah, you see it.
Would I know what that looked like? Can I cast Counterspell?
Yeah, you can.
Okay. I do that.
So you go to cast and 5 just goes BAMP.
We're trying to
Five.
test something out. Let me
I
do
totally
this.
understand why you're upset about it.
Something's wrong here.
I am asking Selena to cast the spell on me so we can be sure that someone else isn't doing something much worse.
Something's wrong here.
I-
They're coming back here.
You all hear Hope exclaim.
That's
Sorry?
Something's wrong
Okay,
here. They're
so
coming
we
back
set a
here.
trap for them. And we murder a whole bunch of them.
If
we have to
everyone's
find out what they
if
did.
everyone's being freaky, I think it's still too late.
Is
So I cast Charm Person again.
On Nyx.
No, on Boldrin.
Oh.
Okay.
Boldrin, do you
Wait to
resist or
see
do
if
you
it gets
willingly fail?
countered.
Yes.
You willingly fail, Boldrin?
No, I resist.
All right, so rolls. Your roll, it's a wisdom save?
Is that a wisdom or charisma?
Yes, there's a
Roll wisdom save.
14.
What's your DC?
That's my DC.
All right, you resist it.
I
It doesn't.
believe Nyx asked for it to cast on them.
Though you still get information out of that, Selena. When you tried to cast it on another person, it didn't even touch them. It just sort of faded as if they were
Right.
immune to it. You can tell that Boldrin resisted the spell. It
Okay.
would have worked if he had failed.
Yeah. I'm going to do one more
You're
thing.
forcing Selena to burn all of her spells.
I'm going to do one
Sorry.
more thing because now I'm curious. This will help me sort of potentially discern. Again, some random person's walking by, I cast Hold Person on them.
What type of spell is Hold Person?
Enchantment.
Nothing happens.
Says it's a mixed success here, and they'll return later.
Enchantment magic isn't working on the people here.
okay. Look farther back in the
What
book a
does
little
that
bit.
mean?
See if it
What
says
does
what
that
they did.
mean?
It means that their minds are already being affected in some way.
Yeah, I'm looking through the
Probably.
book now, trying to
Think
find.
There's something override.
I didn't
There's
realize I
something
could
that is
cast
very
detect
probably
magic.
overriding what is what.
I mean,
what
I prepared it yesterday.
anything
so-
that I try to cast.
Nyx, are you casting Detect Magic?
Yes, I just forgot that was on my spell
Your
list,
head
but
explodes?
apparently I prepared it, so...
You cast Detect Magic, and there is just this faint purplish pink aura over everything.
Concentrating, do I know what school it is?
Enchantment.
Enchantment!
So there's an enchantment spell on the entire area. I'm ritual casting, by the way. So,
So 10 minutes while you guys are having a discussion while Nyx is casting for 10 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
So before that, Selena, you were in the middle of a thought, I think.
Probably. If anybody can tell me what my last words are, maybe I can continue it.
There's something blocking your ability to
Oh, yes.
enchant. Yes.
So there's something, whatever it is, it's overriding my ability to cast any kind of enchantment magic.
I'm continuing to look through the book, trying to find
Mind
more about what their
affecting
plan
some
was
way
in River's
or
End.
Yeah, the River's End was a mixed success. Is the last bit of information you have about
there's
River's
nothing-
End. About River's End, like
Yeah,
the
before that.
before that.
Mhm.
Yeah, maybe saying what they did.
What
or
what
just
they were
hints at
what their
what they
plan
did.
was
what they
here,
were
like
hoping
it-
for.
Give me another
Yeah.
investigation check
Yep.
as you're sort of scouring through this mostly
Come
decoded book.
on. 21.
So much earlier in the book, you see you find River's End potential seeding ground. We'll investigate further.
So yeah, that's what we need
Did
to
you
try and
always
figure
have
out.
that shard in you, Nyx? Did you always have that feeling?
No comment.
This
Did
is kind
you
of need to know
please?
information.
No, it's not.
I'm going to take that as a no. I think they're going to try and put more shards of Eidos into this village, into the people in this village, and then if they only need 12 people or whatever, then they can just kill the entire village because they're all enchanted.
Religion
Okay,
check?
well,
I don't know. I'm
why?
making stuff
Sure.
up because
Give me
Hope
a
doesn't
religion
know magic.
Religion
why-
check for viability.
Why do you think that?
Because it says here that River's End was a potential seeding ground, and they were investigating further, and it was a mixed success.
And from
Isn't
what
that
you
this kind of festival?
Yeah, I was. Yep.
So what are you trying to ascertain, Nyx?
Viability of
Does that jive with my understanding of these rituals and these cults as someone who has a strong focus on the abyss?
Maybe. So the big thing that you're thinking of is 5 was pulled out of the abyss. If all 13 shards are not currently extant in the material plane, then maybe they might be trying to coax them out. That might be like that. You could see that as like a seeding operation.
So they're calling upon the abyss to create what may not actually exists, but only exists in the hypothetical.
And
You can do that?
potentially,
I mean, not
you have all-
exactly, but in active areas sometimes.
You have all witnessed them do that. The very
Yeah,
first
they
thing
pulled
you saw
that-
them
Yeah,
do.
that's
that
why I
ogre
said not
thing.
exactly. It's a different thing to pull out like a concept into a living person.
Yeah.
But I
But
mean, the same theory would hypothetically apply.
as for why they'd be enchanting this populace, well, a village that seems to be going on heedless of anything happening is a lot less suspicious than a village that suddenly has everyone disappear.
Mm-hmm.
So if everyone is enchanted to not worry about what's going on when the cultists come
Corbin,
through and
is
start
there a
summoning
local
things.
adventurers guild branch here?
Is there?
No.
Yeah.
Can you tell
Yeah.
me?
Do you
I mean,
know of
at
any
this point-
adventurers that might have traveled this way recently?
Selena,
Nope.
Jeremy, what you?
I'm assuming at this point, since we are in active conversation with Nyx has finished casting detect magic.
Roughly about now, yeah.
Yeah,
We'll
it-
say.
Okay.
He's
So,
Yeah.
And Nyx
Does
makes
any-
the
does
revelation.
Yeah. Do you share that? What it looks
yes.
like?
Oh,
Sorry,
yeah.
I didn't know exactly when in the conversation that went, but
Yeah.
Roughly now.
so there is an enchantment spell on the entire area.
Can you find somewhere where it's strongest? Like, is it? I know sort of how detect magic works.
Yeah,
but
it's like a
Yeah,
haze,
it's
but
like-
let's see.
a stronger
Perception?
concentration
Give
of
me
it.
investigation.
Okay.
You're trying to follow the lines of the magic.
Yes, but investigation is an intelligence check.
But as to your
But natural 20.
Yes.
This is a pissy.
So Nyx starts walking.
I am following.
Oh, abyss! I beseech thee, show me the lines in the sky.
And so you're
So
you're sort of watching with your detect magic up in the 30-foot radius. You're sort of viewing the pink mist of the enchantment, and you're sort of focusing in on it to try to ascertain that sort of the weave that makes up this magic, because magic is sort of in this particular case, it's like a tapestry that's been laid across the town. And so you're trying to find that line that leads you back to its source, or to whatever aspect of it where it was first.
the same way a
woven.
magic tree works. Okay.
Yeah, like you're trying to follow the roots or something. And you're just sort of following along the ebb and flow of the enchantment, and it is strange. It seems ambient. It doesn't seem like there is a part where it's particularly strongest, except on people. At this point, you're sort of assuming that they're not going to react to anything you do, so you just wander up to a person, and the sort of the pink mist sort of gets brighter and more cohesive around their head, and then fades away. To the next person, brighter and more cohesive, and then fades away. It seems as if each person is tied to the spell rather than a source of the spell.
So it seems to be on people. And I'm going to wander around and try and determine the area of effect, roughly, so I can determine where the center of that would be. And I'm going to communicate what I'm seeing with all of this.
Okay. Yeah, so
I'm going to try. Got two. So I'm going to go up to a random person and cast Dispel Magic on them.
All right, give me a spellcasting roll.
This is a tiny village. I'm looking around for a place where a cult might be, like,
perception check.
preparing a ritual.
Same thing as
investigation help.
Yeah.
24.
Yeah, you go up
level 14 spells.
You go up to this person and you cast the spell. And Nyx, you sort of turn to watch, and yeah, this pink mist just unravels from around them. And they look around.
Oh, hey, it worked.
No, don't! And they just collapse dead.
Oh, God. All of them?
No, just the one person.
Okay.
Selena, make me an Arcana check.
Assuming we're not supposed to do that anymore. Because you people get mad when normal people die.
Some secondary magical effect kicked in when you dispelled the first one. You don't know what it was, but something happened. It's as if there was a layer of magic stacked.
What words were they that came out of that person's mouth? Because it was not entirely clear to me.
I think no, don't.
No, don't. And then dead. They just collapsed.
So they're aware.
I got a 14. I'm looking around to try and find... I may have been distracted by...
Yeah, death. Yeah, there was sort of a loud yelling and then a person dying.
Yeah.
And everyone around just sort of keeps on moving. And the vision of this freaks you out a bit. So you sort of lose your concentration as a person just died and no one cares.
I don't like this.
I want to try and figure out where the area of this spell is. I can see the ambient magic sort of throughout the entire area,
and anyone,
I'm going to look for a border.
In addition, Boldrin and 5, you can also make an Arcana check looking at what just happened with that person.
19.
Let's see what 5 rolls.
I'm looking to see if anybody
Sarah?
if anybody reacted.
Yeah.
You can roll an Arcana check if you want.
Okay.
So, as an abyss...
Hang on, let's get these rolls real quick. All right.
18.
Both 5... So 5, you've seen a spell like this before, and Boldrin you have as well. It seems like there was a contingency placed on that person. That triggered a secondary spell after the first one was broken that killed them. You're pretty certain it was an illusion spell as well that killed them.
So do you have to dispel the secondary spell first?
Boldrin, you would know how contingency works. 5, you would too as well. So the way contingency effectively, when you cast it, you also cast another spell.
Yes.
And it sort of holds that spell in reserve for a particular trigger.
Such as magic.
Such as
dispel magic.
Yes.
Yeah.
Such as an enchantment that already exists being destroyed. You would have to know the contingency is there and dispel both the contingency, and you'd have to dispel the contingency before dispelling the trigger if you knew the contingency was there.
Which we now assumedly do.
Now you know, yes.
Realize that...
Boldrin definitely knows.
Do I also realize that contingency is a spell that takes a long time to set up?
It does. Yes, you do. So there's
I mean,
5.
that kind of goes without saying because this was cast on the entire town.
Boldrin, can you bring them back?
I
I'm
don't have
freaking out that the person
resources.
has- I hand you gold. Just
Doesn't
Can I
take
turn gold into spell
sweetie.
components?
I don't know
Diamond.
what you need for spell
No,
components.
Not currently, no.
Ah,
Hang on. I would know off the top of my head, so let me actually pull the spell up.
Yeah, you would know what it costs. I think it costs
Yeah.
diamonds.
yeah.
Yeah.
Or that's a
or
fight,
diamond
yeah.
dust.
Fight,
Like 50
yeah.
gold.
I
50
need a diamond. I need an amount of diamonds worth at least 300 gold.
I don't have diamonds.
I don't have 300 gold.
No, the only diamonds we have are the one that Boldrin already used on an innkeeper.
Yes, I was hoping to try and save them there, and that failed. I have a feeling this might be a very similar thing where they're already gone, unfortunately, because that was what
Can
happened with the
you
last
tell?
person. Can I tell, actually?
Give me a Arcana check again.
You said this person collapsed to
Natural
dust.
20.
No, they just collapsed to the ground. This is a different spell than what killed whatever
Yeah.
whatever
Do you
killed the
share-
innkeeper. Whatever killed the innkeeper also ate their soul.
Mhm.
Phantasmal Killer doesn't do that. You're pretty certain that's what killed this
Yeah.
person.
Yeah.
This seems like a phantasmal killer. I could.
Oh, beautiful.
That
If I-
sounds lovely.
It's not.
Ooh.
It's it is literally
I
a
was
nightmare
being
of a spell.
sarcastic.
If I had those diamonds, I could save this person, but I don't have them anymore.
You're useless.
Hey, it's not.
I start.
I don't believe I'm going to defend this asshole, but it's not his fault. If you're gonna be pissed at somebody, I'm the one that dispelled it. Okay?
You didn't know.
No, that's why I'm not currently flagellating myself because even if they die,
Oh.
it's better than what's going on now. Hope. Because
I keep. I
based
I
on what
I,
that
I
person
walk
just
away. I'm
said
gonna keep
before
looking
they-
around because I'm agitated.
based on what that person said before they just died, they were very well aware of what was about to happen. These
Or-
people are in a
or-
living nightmare.
So if we dispel the
The other possibility is he
contingency
might have
effects
been.
first, we're okay.
Yes.
The other possibility is he might have
I
been reacting.
can.
to the
I have
phantasmal
2
killer
castings
creating.
left, but
I have
that's going to
one
eat
left.
my spells. Do we want to?
I have one left.
What can you do?
Dispel the
Dispel.
contingency first. And then try and dispel the other thing.
Will it trigger a chain?
We don't know if the same spell was cast on all of them. We don't know exactly how this works.
Did I
do not-
see the magic of the second spell?
No.
It's woven.
Yeah, and I can't
contingency
see
doesn't
it.
work that way.
There's another spell that I'll point out that exists. It's a magical aura spell which hides or changes a person's magical essence to appear as if under a certain spell. They could be hiding the contingency, or the enchantment on this entire town could simply be overlapping on top of it to make it impossible to see.
Also,
And I'm
well,
not
you-
skilled
you-
enough
well,
to know
actually,
otherwise. Yeah.
Boldrin, you would know the contingency. The aura of a contingency spell is around the caster, not the victim.
And yes, that also a contingency spell is on the caster's aura. Isn't contingency normally only spells that you cast on
I
yourself?
really want to see where the center of the area of effect
Normally, yeah.
is.
Unless the spell is tweaked.
This isn't a normal contingency.
No, well, clearly not, because it was cast on an entire. Again, it was cast on an entire fucking town. That's not how this kind of thing normally works.
Yeah.
This
But
is not a
given
normal
enough
spell
time,
cast.
could a powerful spellcaster modify an existing
Easily,
magic?
yes, easily. I don't think we should start trying to dispel stuff because we don't know if it's
Okay.
going to be the same on each of them.
A contingency is
So here's
already
my
a rare
thought.
and powerful spell. This would be leagues atop it.
Mm-hmm.
Give
Most
me an Arcana
spells-
check. Anyone, those of you that are spellcasters, real quick. Since you're
Nix is self-taught, so I'm
21.
going to willingly fail this.
Sure.
Here's my thought. My understanding is that as a most spells have an area of effect. Some are like Wind Wall where it's a line, but many are either circles or squares or combinations of squares. If we can find the casting point, we may be able to determine additional details about the ritual.
So Selena, you're thinking this was not cast by an individual.
No, absolutely
Yeah,
not.
you're-
This is
you're-
some kind of mass ritual.
Yeah, you're definitely thinking that this is. You are pretty certain that while an individual could theoretically do this, you don't want to face the individual that could.
No, if that's the case, I'm saying fuck this whole thing.
Yeah.
You know, some of you I actually like, but no.
No, you're pretty certain this was a concentrated ritual by a group of people, probably not necessarily even individually powerful enough to do this on their own, but in large enough groups. And you've seen that this cult does do ritual, like group ritual casting before, even at the cost of their own lives. So it would definitely make sense that there might be a ritual ground or some place to find.
Mm-hmm.
And a soul is a powerful spell reagent.
5.
What?
5. This rings familiar to you.
In what way?
I think. Oh dear. Oh no.
The people that the type of magic that was performed on you was very similar in its practice.
Oh.
Oh.
That's no good.
Yeah, no, we might be able to find some ritual spot.
I guess would be somewhere near the abyss.
Not necessarily.
Yeah, so if I can see this aura, I can see it around the people, but I can also see it in the general vicinity.
Yeah.
I think
Unless I'm stopped, and I understand that I'm going to stop if the group gets too far from me, because don't go alone, man, has been drilled into me recently. I'm going to try and find
Finally.
where the magical aura, just fog stops.
there's a point. I think if we can get one of these people safely out from under the spell, we might be able to find actual information.
I'm not doing it to them.
So the edge, it definitely ends at the edge of the abyss. And
But also in the direction of River's End and the forest.
It seems to just if the group of you follow Nyx around, you're gonna have to recast the spell again.
That's fine.
To get it again, but to get the full thing. But it does seem to encompass the entirety of the town and not go beyond it.
Okay.
In that case, Nyx is going to do little markers sort of at the edge where roughly it seems like would be a definite safe line.
So I'm not going to dispel off one of these people. If you want, if you can get Nyx to do it, fine. But
Actually,
that last person, I didn't know what I was doing. If I do it now when they die, it's actually on me.
Hang on. I head back to the person that died.
Mm-hmm.
I just kind of kneel down in front of them. Forge Father,
So this is about guilt and not killing people.
may your
It's about
breath
killing.
sever the bellows. May we find what we need.
Well, I've already got enough blood on my hands, and Nyx is going to go and try and dispel the contingency on this.
I'm going to grab.
You do
hands
notice
and prevent-
you do notice Baldrin casting a spell.
I'm grabbing hands to prevent the somatic parts of trying to cast the spell.
Are you trying to cast anyways?
I cast.
I am trying to break away, yes.
Athletics checks, both of you. Baldrin, you're casting Speak with Dead.
Yeah, I cast Speak with Dead.
So while you guys are slap
I can
fighting,
do that now.
let's see what happens.
Slap fight.
Let's see what the result of the slap fighting is.
Athletics?
If Nyx
Athletics
pulls
or
away
acrobatics,
from Selena,
Whichever's better.
I mean, they're both pretty bad.
My natural 4 beats See,
So,
Aaron's natural 1, which was a 2.
so you try to get away from the grab, Nyx, and you try to push past, and you just overextend and hit the ground, and Selena just sits on you.
And then I noticed Boldrin, if you wanted to talk to someone who isn't alive anymore, I can do that all the time, without any cost.
As Boldrin finishes this ritual and pulls his hand back, and this body follows the hand as if it was a puppet or some metal being drawn from something. Just
5 is immediately unhappy.
I'm sorry this happened to you, my friend, but I need to know what happened here. Where did this magic that is on all of you come from?
there was Dark Robes, group of magic users. One.
Is that all he says? Or
Yeah, that's all it is.
Where did they perform this magic?
Out at the barn. And he sort of raises his hand and points, and you sort of follow the line of his hand, and there's a barn just on the other side of the river from the river mill. They gathered us there.
What is this spell like under its effects?
Everything is fine. Nothing is wrong. No matter what.
Did anyone say why this was happening?
No.
I look at the rest of them. I'm at a loss. I need one more. You're muted, Aaron.
Did you already ask who did this?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay.
Has the abyss been active? Nyx will say, presuming Selena's allowing him to still talk.
Yes. Just not cast spells.
If they're trying to draw something from it, there would be some noticeable activity, even if it's totally fine.
Has the abyss been acting up? Has anything come from it?
The mist has risen. People have come out. They were taken away.
Rest now, my friend.
And he just exhales and collapses back down.
I'm sorry.
Hope's in the background, pacing back and forth very rapidly. Yep.
People moving around you with festive decorations, just completely
Not
ignoring
happy.
your existence.
Yep.
Because I know that nobody in the entire town will react to its presence, I would like to set up a pyre for this individual.
Sure.
Yeah.
Some of the people actually help you with it. They don't see they there's no like emotional reaction on their faces. Give me a perception check.
Oh, this is a bummer, huh? Oh, buddy.
Terrible.
Wow.
Except one man helping you pile up lumber is crying, even though he's smiling.
I just look at. I'm sorry.
Nothing's wrong. Tears streaming down his face.
Selena,
Heading towards
please,
the barn.
let me help them. If it's innocent blood, it won't even stain me. I'm
That's
already...
not the
We have a
point.
location. We're going there first before you try anything stupid.
We don't know how far the contingency goes.
What if the next contingency is a fireball? Or a...
5 lights her hands up. Fireball?
You say fireball?
And a
No.
soul can
or
be
flames,
redeemed.
It's in her eyes.
Even what? They might not be the same spells.
And your soul can be redeemed, Nyx. Let's go.
Meh, I don't feel like it. Okay, so what if the contingency has a clause for if we go to the barn? Both of these are risks.
They are. They absolutely are. But we know that the contingency will go off if we try to dispel this. I don't like it. You really don't understand how much I don't like it right now. But let
Fine.
people. Okay. And she gets up.
I'll lead the way to the barn.
Right?
Yeah, I'm already walking there.
So you all head over. You cross a bridge. People, still carrying festivity stuff, setting things up as they go, waving to you as you go by. Otherwise, just ignoring your existence. You see.
When would a seething festival be? I don't really remember.
No.
I mean, this is
No.
accurate time.
in next couple of weeks, yeah.
Do we have a date?
Typically the first of Valam is
Yeah.
typically the first sort of the day of the first beginning of festivities.
I
I
normally
feel
only
like
pay
that
attention
might be
when
a
the
bit of
spring
a
festival
cutoff,
comes around.
just as a note.
Yeah, I mean the reference of seeding, it's not.
It is
It
currently
did not go.
it is currently the 27th.
I'm really mature, guys.
It is currently the 27th of Consonant, which means you have 3 days. You have 3 days left in the month.
Please tell me all the months have the same number of days.
Yes, all the months have 30 days.
Oh, good.
I just made a world
Normally-
that makes sense.
There's also 2 moons that spin counterclockwise. That spin counter to one another.
Mm.
Anyways, you make yourself out. Yeah, there's this barn. It's open up. It looks like it's where they keep their cattle. In fact, there are cows in there. The cows are the only ones not affected by the enchantment spell.
Oh.
Because why would you cast that on a cow?
They're just sitting there.
You don't need an enchantment
cows-
spell for cows to be like,
Actually-
everything is fine.
Nyx is gonna cast Beast Bond.
Okay.
There you go.
Mhm.
Which does not speak with animals, but close fucking enough.
Okay.
It's kind of a singular speak with animal ritual speak with animals with extra attacks for the cow. 'Cause I want a
Aw.
plains cow companion.
You put speak with animals in. You meant to put beast bond.
Ow, fuck, wrong spell. Thought Beast Bond was also a ritual. No, it's not. Never mind.
I would like to cast barbecue.
I'll just cast Beast Bond for now, and I'll cast Speak with Animals if it becomes necessary.
You establish telepathically with the beast. It looks at you.
Hey, was there a cult ritual here by any chance? Robes.
How does
and
a cow
people
know
and
what a
lots
cult
of
is?
Blood sacrifice.
I'm
This
looking
is
around for a
telepathic.
ritual
This is
Yeah.
site.
what he is saying to the cow as he
Yeah,
pets it.
yeah. You're looking. It doesn't. It seems confused. It doesn't know what you're saying. It's just chewing cud.
Aw.
Have you seen a large number of people here recently?
Mm-hmm.
Did some of them seem distressed and then not distressed?
Mm-hmm.
How many sleeps ago?
Mm-hmm.
Cow can't count.
They cannot count up to 4 feet. That's it. I'm looking
Have
around
people
for.
been here since? Have
Everyone
you been
else can
cared
give me
for them?
investigation checks.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah. Investigation.
Did those people have
8.
ropes?
Mhm.
6-3.
Were there ropes
Three.
when there was a lot of
Sherlock
people?
Holmes.
5.
Mhm.
I just want to say,
So really quick, I want to highlight this. Our investigation checks got 8, 7, 6, 5, 3.
5 is still thinking about casting barbecue, so
I'm the winner with an 8.
You notice, you all notice as Nyx is talking to this cow, you all notice that the farmers are still coming in and feeding the animals and doing all their daily tasks.
Mm.
I'm sorry, to the question of were there people with robes with the people when they were
Mhm.
confused?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you show me where the people were, especially the ones with robes?
Mm.
Sort of hoping the cow would guide me.
It wanders over to like sort of the middle of the barn and sits down.
Okay, so this is where it was. Did you feel do you feel particularly disenfranchised by this, by being in a barn?
Oh my god.
Okay.
Do you talk out loud when you talk to animals?
No, speak with animals is
It's a
So that-
telepathic
the like
link.
chirp and
Okay,
stuff.
it's a telepathic
This is
link.
not.
Cool.
This is just me Nick's petting a cow and determining information.
All right. Very. No idea what's going on.
And then I'll go and like investigate.
Give me an investigation check.
Please
The
get above
cow
a
has
10.
attack special things for a little bit. Because I'll leave that up. Damn it, I was hoping for a 4.
Another 7. It's a barn. There's hay on the floor. There's a cow in the middle of it now. People
I was
feeding.
I was really hoping for a 9 actually.
It's a
Then
barn.
we have 8, 6, 7, 5, 3, and 9.
You guys figure that
Oh my
6, 7,
God.
5, 3, 0, 9.
Oh,
You
Yeah.
I hate you so much right now.
you all figure that whatever happened here was probably cleaned up. As you see the people investigating the barn, as you see the people working in the barn, going about feeding the animals, sweeping hay, doing things, you figure that probably in their everything is fine mode, they cleaned up any evidence that may have been here.
There's nothing. There's nothing here. There's nothing here.
Yeah.
Fuck me.
Now we're on the complete
I'm
opposite
looking
end
for-
of cliff top. Or to core.
We need to find where they dump the corpses. Because I have speech with them.
Corpses.
Great.
What corpses?
Presumably their own corpses after they cast the ritual, right?
How are they going to dump their own corpses?
Wait, what?
The
Stop
enchanted
being
villagers.
picky.
the people, you think that, are we certain that there were actual people killed as part of the ritual?
This is a powerful spell,
ask
and blood
the cow.
sacrifice.
Did any of them
Is
die?
common, but not always necessary.
Not always.
Last time they just disappeared into smoke, and their
Yeah.
robes were there.
The
Or
cow,
evaporate?
the cow doesn't know how to answer the question. You get the sense that it's not sure what you mean, or it's also not
Nick
sure
will
how to
communicate
explain.
essentially to the cow the sensation of death, the smell of rot.
Watch it freak out.
Evaporating corpse I experienced with the cult.
The cow starts to freak out. It gets up and starts to walk away from you.
Did any of that happen?
It's freaking out and trying to get away from you.
5 runs after it with her hands on fire.
Oh,
It starts to run. Because now 5 is chasing it.
with fire.
It's faster than 5. It gets away.
It probably is communicating its fear to me.
Yes. You're getting fear as it busts through the back door and runs off into the distance.
I just
We can't dispel this
5
here.
just stops and laughs. She thinks it's all funny.
All right. Yeah, I don't think it necessarily. There's no
There's
guarantee that something like this would require blood sacrifice. Yes, that's a common tool, but
Well, the lifeblood of a being is very powerful as a reagent, and for a spell as powerful, you'll need powerful materials, which makes it likely unless they had something else.
they probably had something else.
I don't know. They seem to be very willing to sacrifice themselves.
That a bunch of people got pulled from the abyss.
I think
Well-
or something. Can
Regardless, do we
either
want to
of
stay
you?
here until the...
So-
Sorry, go ahead. Do either one of you want to...
I
Oh.
was saying perhaps we should at least look, see if we can't find anything.
There's nothing here.
Not here.
The people are still here. They just think everything is fine. They still might be able to share information, just everything that might normally freak them out or seem very out of the ordinary, like people getting pulled out of the abyss and then taken away somewhere. That's normal now.
We
They
can
still
actually-
might be able to offer up
They actually
where
might be
or
more
what they've
willing
been able
to.
to do.
They might actually be more willing to tell us if what happened or where it happened, or just because it's normal to them now.
Exactly.
We know what happened. We know that they did a ritual and that enchanted everyone here, and
We can
then
at least get a direction. Maybe they headed northeast or just north.
They may not know, but
Northwest.
but let's stop talking about it and do it. And I'll
Yeah.
head outside.
Are we just gonna ask somebody then if they
Yeah.
saw where the robe figures took? Okay. So I'll walk up to the nearest farmer dude
Mm-hmm.
and I'll ask him. You remember those guys with the robes when the people came out of the abyss? Which way did they go with the people from the abyss?
He sort of leans on a pitchfork and thinks for a minute. Well, I don't know. Didn't really pay that much attention to it.
Okay. Did they pull them out all at the same spot, or was it different?
They all came out right along the edge, right where the town breaks.
To the south?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
You were all brought to the same place for the ritual. What did the people in robes use for it?
I don't rightly remember.
Damn it.
No, we came to the barn, and then we left.
Yeah. Everything's fine. They don't really need to pay attention.
Have you buried any bodies recently?
Couple of chickens. Wolves got to. The wolves that got to the chickens.
All right.
You attacked the wolves.
No.
What happened to the wolves?
I don't know. They were just dead.
Don't eat anything.
I've got a terrible feeling.
what?
I mean, I don't think any more needs to be said, and I don't just a terrible feeling.
Well, no, I've had a terrible feeling since we arrived here. What is the new terrible feeling?
I think technically when a creature dies, spell effects that are on them dissipate. I don't think they've enchanted the chickens, but
I hope not.
They
Those
didn't
poor
enchant the
chickens.
cows. They didn't enchant the cows. What? No, Are you saying if we leave here, we're going to die?
no, I'm saying that spells might be active on. Spells might be reactively detonating. I don't have any way
What?
to explain why a wolf would die immediately after eating a chicken than magic.
Oh, no,
Poison?
it was killed.
By what?
I don't know. Just it had like,
Where'd you
Where
bury him?
was
Had
it
mark.
killed?
Where'd you bury him?
points out to a sort of the field
How
behind
long
the barn.
ago?
A couple weeks ago.
Heavy decomposition, but we might be able to find something.
Have fun.
It was like clawed, like something hit it.
Something came out of the abyss and killed it.
Something big?
Claws.
How big were the claw marks?
He's sort of like
Bear size? Bigger.
Kind of like a bear, yeah, I guess.
Got many bear problems around here, do ya?
Nope.
Didn't think so. Something came out of the abyss and killed it.
All these people are in danger.
Absolutely they are. The question now is, do we want to wait here the 2 weeks until the seeding festival?
No! We need to
No.
get them
3 days.
free of this. 3 days.
3 days to the seeding festival. We don't have the capability.
How much?
If Nix and I were to were to get a full night's, use every casting we had of magic dispelling, considering at least 2 per person, and that's just in case there isn't a second contingency on them. I need to point out.
Yeah, I've already said that.
Then we'll be able, between the 2 of us, to get 3 people handled.
Boldrin, do you have?
I have the capacity for
messaging
dispelling
spell.
for messaging. I don't think I do it.
Actually, let me rephrase that. 3 per day, so...
What happens if we can
Maybe
at least
5.
get them to leave the circle of this magic? Will it break when they walk through?
They might die.
Not if you dispel what's going to kill them at the same time. We can get 6 people out.
I have the capability for sending, but not today. I need to pray.
Who can get here? We were teleported here.
An archmage,
Yeah.
potentially.
An archmage who could contact the magisters back in core.
God,
This is
damn.
beyond our capabilities.
I know,
We
I'm
need
aware.
more powerful
I'm not-
magic.
I get to be upset about this, even if I understand it has to happen.
5 walks up next to everybody, takes out the book and writes down, or there's another way. And she holds up her fire hand and just, motions towards the building.
That's just going to set it on fire.
Going to solve this.
5 just
I think
five
you're
rolls
wrong, and
everything.
arson solves every
5
problem.
rolls her eyes, then she draws a tiny town, then she draws the tiny town on fire, and then she draws ashes of the tiny town, and
We're
then
trying
writes
to
problem
save them.
solved.
No! Not problem solved.
I need an evening to pray and prepare and recover my abilities to cast this spell to get someone here.
Yeah. That's fair.
Okay.
Yep.
5 writes
I'm gonna-
down, how about we just start with 1 building and see if that makes us feel any better?
No!
No.
Just 1 little one?
No!
An abandoned shed?
No!
Alright, so we stand guard and make sure that whatever bear-clawed beast is possibly going to wander out of the abyss doesn't
I was
anything
going to.
sending.
I was going to go to the southern edge of the town and then look around the western part near the woods to see if I could find any tracks of something bigger than a bear, basically,
Perfect.
to see
Perfect.
if I could see which direction it went.
Yes. Okay.
So I'm gonna go do that now.
I'm coming with.
So as you guys turn to prepare to realize this, to do this, you realize Nyx isn't anywhere to be seen.
Ah!
And
That
as
stupid
you
motherfucker.
and as you
Wait, how long has that been? Because everything I was writing is in Abyssal, and I don't know who else reads that.
Oh, you haven't been writing it in common?
That's fair then. And actually, then you would have noticed right as 5 started writing things, and you looked for Nyx to translate. And as
Oh.
you realize Nyx isn't there, that's where we're going to end for this week. So we will see you all next time. Say goodbye, everybody.
Bye.
We made it out of Underhold. You lose your bet.
Yay!
Into something terrible.